Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Okay. I don't know why I was on mute. I'm sorry. Good evening. So I'm back. I know I've kind of been MIA on social media with the lives and going lives and things like that. I got some horrible news regarding a family situation. So I kind of had to take a step back, gather myself. I'm gathered. It's Sunday. I'm back and I'm ready to get back in my routine. So if you see me going home a lot, that's probably why. Also, what else? Oh, my community tab was a mess. The comments were a mess. If you got deleted, if your comment was removed, you were blocked. I just don't have time to entertain people that want to take everything and receive everything negatively. So you were blocked. And please understand that if you weren't blocked, your comment was deleted by YouTube. I'm not going to delete your comment. I don't feel the need to do that. I don't remove people that are free thinkers or people who disagree with me. I remove people that are just simply disrespectful or just highly negative or too invested in me. Like, honestly, I get creeped out by that. So I removed some people quietly, didn't respond, nothing. But let's get into it. I just felt like social media, when it came to the LA fires, when it first started, it was just a lack of compassion. I didn't say that I was going to pray for people because it was the noble thing to do. It's a routine of mine. So it's nothing. It's not me going out of my way to pray for people. It's nothing for me to add you to the list or to put in a request. And that's the thing. It's like there are people out here that are lazy within their belief system. I'm not lazy. I have a routine. So whenever there's a natural disaster, even when it happened in Florida, I was in my house praying for people. It's not something that I just say. That's weird. And I have good results when it comes to my prayers. Okay. And then not only that, when it comes to prayers, I'm also influencing other girls, other women to pray. If you're not on my Patreon, you wouldn't know that. Okay. We have a whole little group where we write out prayer letters. This is not new. This is normal. Okay. All right. Let's get into this video. Okay. So when the LA fires first broke out, I was in panic mode because my best friend lives in LA. And to be honest, I was very concerned for her safety. My mentee, Taj, if you're in here, she was there. So I had to check on my people. Like, I don't play about my people. The first thing I did was pray, literally. And then I had to check on my people, check in with them to see, like, if they need anything, if they were good, and et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I decided to do first. So that's kind of another reason why I was MIA. I had to make sure my people were good. Like, y'all, seriously? So then after my emotions kind of settled, then I started looking at the situation a little bit differently. I thought it was a natural disaster, but because this is not the news, something's fishy. Can we agree on that? Can we agree on that? Seriously, can we agree that something is fishy with the situation? Something's off. Okay, let's do a deep dive on this. At this point, the many different reasons why this situation is off. There are many different reasons why this situation is just weird. So, first and foremost, my heart really does go out to those that are going through loss and grief when it comes to this situation, because are you noticing that the majority of the people that lost their homes, it was generational, like meaning the home had been passed down generationally. So we're talking like this home was in the family for 40, 50, 60 years. So it was a lot of elderly people that were affected by the fires, right? So that was one fishy thing. Then the next fishy thing was the fact that the insurance company, State Farm, decided to cancel policies last minute. Okay, let me pull up, because I have a file. I don't even know where to start. Let's just dive into this, because this is a lot. Okay. We're going to really get into it. Okay, this lady here. Hold on. Is this everything? I feel like I'm missing some. Okay, let's start with this woman here.
I am standing here in the front of my house. I have been here for over 40-some years.
That's crazy.
But thank God I'm here. I will reveal better than ever. And I thank the Lord to be here, to be able to reveal.
Yes.
God is good.
Yes, he is.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And I thank you, Lord.
Yes, indeed. We thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Lord, it hurts, but I know you got a plan, Lord. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Very sad. Very, very sad, y'all. Whew. I saw a lot of talk on social media about how this is like God is judging the people in LA. Please shut up. Like, please shut up. Please be quiet. Okay. One thing I know about Jesus, if we could just go according to the Bible, when Jesus was out here spreading the gospel, he didn't spread it through fear. He didn't spread it through judgment. Okay? He spread the gospel through enlightenment, compassion, empathy, sympathy. Okay? So one thing that the spiritual and religious community have in common, right? Whether it's our higher self or Christ-like or Christ-conscious, right? We have that in common, okay? But some of y'all are not out here spreading the gospel. You're just spreading fear. That's it. So please, shut up. It's like y'all be reading the Bible, but y'all not really comprehending it or something. I don't know what the disconnect is. I really don't. And then even the spiritualists, some of y'all are ridiculous too, talking about, well, it's their karma. Shut up. I just never knew how disgusting people can be. And you think that this is the time and the place? When Jesus was out here spreading the gospel, he was giving people hope. When you're on your platform talking about God, this is judgment day, this, you are scaring the hell out of people. And you're looking like a crazy lady. Or Better yet, you're looking like this lady right here. I was just like, girl, and let's just talk about it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I couldn't believe she said this. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Is it this lady right here? Hold on.
Oh no.
So first it's the celebrities.
I'm devastated.
The fact that we're not even 10 days into 2025 as yet, and some of y'all are still engaging in these dusty, raggedy behaviors, the same trifling behaviors that haven't gotten you any place in life, is quite concerning for me, but predictable. Saying this in regards to the wildfires that we're seeing happen in California, I'm seeing a lot of idiots online rejoicing at the fact that the quote-unquote rich people have their houses burned down. But what people who cannot put two and two together fail to realize is that there are a lot of regular folk whose houses are also burning down, who are also at risk of losing their lives.
But not only that though, right? Not only that. I keep trying to tell y'all the illusion that you believe in when it comes to celebrities is that they're ultra rich. They don't have to worry about what we have to worry about. And I keep telling people that celebrities that are rich, not ultra rich, not billionaire rich, just rich, right? Like Janae Aiko, however you say her name, she's not ultra rich. She's rich, which means she has bigger bills. That's it. She's in the same rat race that we're in. She's just in a different tax bracket. See, if she was ultra rich, then that means the wealth, the money, her riches would be generational. Meaning this lifetime, the next lifetime, and the lifetime after that, her family would be good. But that's not the case. So some of you believe in this illusion that if you see someone on TV or if you see someone walk the red carpet, that they're ultra rich, that they just got it like that. And the reality is they allow you to believe in that illusion to make you a good worker. That's it. You're in the matrix. Okay? It's just to make you a good worker. It's just to get you to work hard. It's just to get you to clock in and make sure you about to hit that 40-hour-a-week mark like they need you to. It's just to make you a good worker, to have you believe that you can achieve that lifestyle, okay? So that it can be seen as achievable by anyone. It's to make you work harder. And then when you make it on the red carpet or you make it to being just rich, not generational wealthy, just rich, your bills are bigger. All right, that's it. So Gabrielle Union, she's not ultra rich. She's just rich, which means she has big bills, which means she probably has more bills because typically in a Black family, you're responsible for taking care of your family and then your parents' household and any other household that may be out there, right? So that means her financial situation is not what you think it is. It's not. It's not. Which is why most people, smart people, they aim to gain generational wealth. Generational wealth is something that can be passed down from generation to generation. Riches dies. Okay? You can spend it up real quick. Money can go real fast. You can burn through some money. It don't take much.
Do y'all really believe that this is going to get you someplace in life? I
Amen.
don't like is that when people perceive people to have ascended to a certain height, whether that height be wealth or some sort of career success, there is this automatic knee-jerk reaction to want to humble people and also strip away their humanity. Should we have compassion for the people who have less? Absolutely, 100% we should. But that doesn't mean that two things can occur at the same time. This lady right here said it best, and I have to agree. It's definitely giving jealous and mad for no reason. But those are my thoughts. What are yours?
She came in last night telling me, she was saying, hey, get up. And I just laid there because I'm used to going through tragedy living in California. I'm about half a block away from our home. And when we passed that fire, I'm nervous because the fire hadn't gotten it hadn't gotten west of Lake. And we're west of Lake. So it hadn't gotten there. So I'm thinking, track down the fireman, tell him, he goes up there, comes back, they don't do anything. And so then we sit in the house all night, and now we're back, but we come back about 8 o'clock, and we see that everything has burned up. The house is totally engulfed in flame. Have a secondary home behind it. It's gone. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone, and I didn't take it serious, so I didn't grab anything because I'm like, okay, we're gonna be all right.
I want to point out that this is the year 9. This is the collective year 9. Collective year 9 is about humanitarian, compassion, community. Okay. Literally, that is what this year is all about, plus some other stuff. But it's truly about humanitarian. So if you are a life path number 9, this is truly your time to shine. It's truly your time to step into your purpose, your calling, really, because that's what this year is all about. So the last thing we need is divisiveness. I also want to add too, because I said this last year and I'm going to say it again. We are casualties to them. We are casualties. We are just a number. So to be or to feed into the divisiveness, whether that's online or offline, to feed into the divisiveness does not benefit us at all. Because when it comes down to it, when it comes to situations like this, we are just casualties. We are just a number. That's it. That is it. All we got is each other. They do not care. I don't know how many situations like this have to occur for you to start getting it. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said it last year when the situation here in Houston happened and people just thought I was talking. No, I saw how they didn't have any urgency. They knew what was coming, but had no urgency. And the reason they didn't have any urgency was because they didn't want to dig into the fund and pull out that money for people. That's what it came down to. Same situation here in LA. It came down to money. All right. That's what it's always been about. So what I witnessed here in Houston when the hurricane hit last year was I witnessed the city not prioritizing the citizens at all. They didn't give a damn. They didn't care who died, who lived. They didn't care if your child went without their medication or someone with insulin issues went without their medication. They didn't give a damn about that. That's what they told me here in Houston. They don't care. If it comes down to funding, if it comes down to pulling out that money, they're not going to do it unless they're forced to, which means they're going to do it after the disaster. They're not going to take any preventative measures at all because that will require them to take money out of certain fundings. Like here in Houston, they're doing all of this construction, which we'll get into it here in a sec when it comes to this LA situation, because I found out some information. Shout out to Taj. She sent me their 2028 project for the Olympics. I know about it. So let's get into it because I'm telling you, there's a bigger agenda. Us being at war with each other over religious views, political views, it's just stupid. You're allowing people to play in your face. That's what you're doing. When you're focused on thy neighbor and you're not focused on the people that literally committed a crime, let's be honest here. I'll say this is a conspiracy theorist video just because I have to, but let's be serious. We witnessed a crime, all right? We literally witnessed a crime. That's what we witnessed. So let's move on. We witnessed a crime. And I'm just really disgusted. But we're so busy trying to prove that this was God. No, this was the wicked. God didn't do that. God did not cause those fires. People are like, what? God did not do that. That was nothing but greed. That was the wicked, the evil. You should be able to pick up on that if you're really spiritually tapped in. You should have been able to pick up on the fact that this don't seem like Mother Nature. And let's also mention that before this mysterious weather, there was a mysterious fog that covered the entire United States. Let's remember that. Let's remember the fog, because before the fog, before the fog, right? No, after the fog, there were fires. After the fog, there was snow. Interesting, right? I mean, if you are not into conspiracy theories, right? Are you intelligent? Because I just think it's so interesting. Y'all done forgot about the fog. I have not forgotten about the fog because the fog was making me sick. And I told y'all the fog made me sick. And I literally had to close my window. I keep my windows open all the time. That's why y'all be hearing the sirens and stuff like that, because I keep my windows open. I had to close my windows. And then I was like, I'm starting to feel better. But I literally stayed inside for 2 days. And I'm like, oh, I'm starting to feel better. And I felt like my symptoms were getting worse because I had my windows open. Listen, I live in the South. So something told me, close the windows. So I closed the windows. My sinus issues were just starting to go away. So again, the fog, right? The fog, then the fires, then the snow. We need to start questioning things that don't make sense, okay? Oh yeah. Oh girl, let's get into it. Let's get into Smart City real quick and then we'll come back around. But let's not forget that fog and what it was doing to people outside, and people was gaslighting us. Come on now. Here it is. Is it here? I think it's this video.
Due to current events, I figured now would be a great time to tell you guys all about Smart LA 2028. Smart LA 2028 was a plan released in 2019 to redefine and restructure Los Angeles in time for the 2028 Olympics. Smart LA 2028 has many key points, one primarily being the transportation infrastructure to go.
Baby, Natasha, girl, they're building them here too. Listen, people keep saying climate change, y'all. Climate change. Come on. We talked about this. Everything is done in reverse, right? We are in the matrix. Everything's done in reverse. That's number one. Number two, they will put the truth in your face and call it fiction. Don't they have a fog movie out here? I'm just saying, don't they have a fog movie out here? They do. I need to go look it up. Okay. I'm not crazy. I know the fog was making me sick. I was having sinus issues. Like I had like an allergic reaction. It was the weirdest thing ever. And when you're health conscious and you're truly in tune with your body, you know when something is off. Like, you know, you start running down like, wait a minute, what have I done differently? I went out in fog, literally. That's it. I went outside. All right. I'm very much in tune with my body. I know when my body needs more fiber. I know when it needs more protein. I'm in tune. I'm in touch. I know when I have a cold coming on. I know the difference, y'all. I know the difference. That was more of an allergic reaction, like instantly. So that was different. And listen, we in them times where you need to start getting in tune and taking better care of your body, because they're going to start throwing all type of stuff at you, and you need to be preparing your body for that. You need to be preparing your immune system for that. Because I'm telling you, that fog was very weird. And shortly after the fog, can you explain to me why the fog came, right? The United States was hot, right? Planes were dropping out of the sky, right? And then all of a sudden it's fire and then it's snow. Can you please explain that to me? Can you also explain, right? Because I have the Watch Duty app. I had to download it because I had anxiety. My best friend is in LA, right? So she's in the middle of all of this. And then there's fires, right? But why are they so spread apart? Like, that's another thing. It's like, oh, well, the Ambers, they travel. They can travel like that and not hit nothing in the way. Like, no Ambers hit this or that or this building, this restaurant on the way to this part of California. I don't understand that. That's another thing that didn't make sense. All right. Like, let's talk about the things that don't make sense, because we know something's off with the situation, right? So the fog, smart city, Smart LA 2028, right? The insurance company just magically knowing to cancel the policies right before the situation happened. Then the mysterious weather that swept through the United States after the fall, right? A lot of this stuff don't make sense. It don't. But do I think that they're connected? Yeah, I do. I think that they're connected. I do. I do. I think they're connected. But let's see. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Go for a car-free Olympics. Don't just take it from me, however, take it from Ted Ross, the Chief Information Officer of LA.
As a 3-time United States Digital City Award winner, the city of Los Angeles has been investing in the infrastructure, the apps, and the data tools to be a globally recognized smart city. But as technology evolves, so our smart city must evolve too. That's why we have developed our Los Angeles
Must. Y'all know I'm big on words. Must evolve too. Really? Okay.
Smart City Strategy, known as Smart LA 2028. Check it out here.
Key points that they're looking to improve are infrastructure and community engagement, which may be hard since there's no community anymore. Some constraints on this project are funding and budget constraints because infrastructure is very important and very expensive. And piggybacking off that, another hurdle is the aging infrastructure. Much of LA's infrastructure, including roads, bridges, and utility grids, were built decades ago and requires significant upgrades or replacement. They're going to have to replace a lot now. With that comes retrofitting challenges. Adapting existing systems to modern standards is often more complicated and costly than building new infrastructure. How about that? It would be cheaper for them to just build new infrastructure instead of repair and fix the old. Traffic congestion. A lot of people living in LA means a lot of traffic. I guess it's kind of weird that a lot of people won't be living in LA now. Environmental concerns, because a lot of residents mean high carbon emissions from cars and high water usage, which we know LA is already struggling with the water usage because the firefighter said that there's no water to put out the fires right now. The hydrants are running dry. And as we know, wildfires are a big environmental concern. Regulatory and bureaucratic hurdles.
The hydrants didn't have any water in them? Interesting.
Are a big concern as well because, you know, it's going to be hard getting things approved when there's so many people living and working in LA. And stakeholder coordination. But I guess it's really not going to be that hard to convince people to fix a city that no longer exists. You're just building from the ground up, right? It's hard to get equity and public support because of gentrification concerns. Infrastructure improvements can lead to displacement in lower income communities, creating opposition to certain projects. But I guess there's not going to be much opposition now. And the digital divide. Technological integration, because integrating smart sensors to existing infrastructure is very complex. But again, I guess there's now not much infrastructure to have to work with. And public transit challenges, because with everybody living in LA, converting everybody to public transit was an uphill battle. And project timelines were under constraints because so many people live and work in LA. I guess it's lived and worked in LA. Now that you mention it, I'm actually pretty sure that Lahaina was going through the same thing and faced the same issues, right? What a coincidence.
Okay, so far we have fog, we have Smart City LA, we have fire and snow, we have insurance policies canceled, and we have the people that were misplaced in this whole situation. A lot of them had generational homes, okay? Which I think these all are important. Then there's word going around that people were starting these fires, that it wasn't climate change like how some of you are wanting to say here. So let's see. Was it climate change, or were people out here actually starting fires?
I just want to thank everyone who prayed for us. So far, they have lifted the evacuation immediately from where we live. Our bags are packed. We're ready to go just in case. But there were citizens in our neighborhood that caught the person who they believe started the fires near where we are. Very, very grateful for that. And I just feel my heart is so heavy for people who have lost everything. And it's just a hard, hard place to be in, you know. And I am overwhelmed, and I am grateful. I feel like in a way I have survivor's remorse. The winds could change. We don't know what's gonna. I am. I am just so sorry for the people who have lost their homes and are suffering in ways that are unimaginable. And I am definitely keeping you all in our prayers. These are trying times. It's hard to believe that human beings can be this cruel. But, yeah.
That's just, this whole thing, y'all, is just crazy. Oh no, like this is really just the beginning, but I'm not trying to scare people because I know how people get. At the end of the day, you know, God is in control. I'm always going to tell you that, but also you have to believe that this is working out in for you, not against you. Like I'm always going to tell you that. It's still traumatizing though. And it's the lack of compassion, empathy and sympathy for people. Have you ever experienced grief or loss? Like people are experiencing grief right now. They just lost everything. If you've ever lost a loved one, or if you've ever gone through something where you had to grieve from it because you lost it, like you should be able to at least sympathize with people. You may not be able to completely relate to what they're going through or their situation, but it's like, come on, like it's like people are just acting disgusting, or people are just showing their true colors. I don't know. But it's like, do you have a heart at all? My goodness. Okay, let's continue. Then this was interesting too.
Look, I've been living in California, LA, pretty much 60 years, born and raised here. And this fire is different, like I said yesterday. Something fishy is going on, like I said yesterday. And if you think that I'm kidding, then answer me this. We got half of LA pretty much on fire, especially all of the expensive areas.
That's horrible.
Pacific Palisades. You guys know, I don't even have to run through the drill with you. But right now,
Y'all, and that's why I'm doing this live. I don't know what the situation is. All I know is something is fishy. Okay. I don't know if it's the US government. I don't know if we're under attack. I don't know if this was just a local thing where kids just wanted to go outside and light fire for fun. I don't know. But the government is not telling us something. I do know that. Because was it the mayor or the governor when the situation happened in Louisiana, New Orleans, right? And I think it was the mayor. He was saying, tell the American citizens the truth, right? So I don't know who to point the finger at, but it's clear that this country is completely out of control. And it's just like they can't even properly prepare us. There's something that they're not telling us. I just don't know what that something is. And if you don't start thinking for yourself, and for your family, you're leaving yourself exposed. Okay. That's what I will say. If you don't start thinking for yourself, if you're relying on the government to tell you something, baby, I'm sorry, but you putting your trust in the wrong people. All right. Y'all want these politicians to do their job just because you voted them in the office. Listen, that's not how this works. Because I told y'all, we are casualties. That's it. All right. Okay. But let's continue because this lady has a different vantage point because she's saying ICE is conducting checkpoints. Interesting. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. It could go either way. But the people that are wanting to say that this was a natural disaster, I'm gonna need you to please wake up. Okay. Please wake up. Please. Do not let these people play in your face like this. I don't believe that this was natural at all. And two, and the reason, no water, okay? Let no water, and then insurance policies canceled. If those two things were not a factor, okay, I would be like, you know what? I agree with you. But because of the no water, the insurance policies being canceled, I call bullshit. And then not only that, these were generational homes, meaning homes that have been passed down for generations, babes. So that means that land was owned, paid for. The house was probably most likely paid off. So and then when we talk about generational homes, that means that another generation was going to take over that home, just like the previous generations, right? But if you burn it down, if you burn down a whole community, if you burn down a whole neighborhood, that fixes the problem, right? So then the city can easily move in and just simply take over because there's no more generational pass downs when it comes to these homes. The problem is fixed, right? So I don't know. Let's continue though. Something's fishy. That's all I know. I just don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's right under our noses. I can feel it. So let's continue.
Now at this particular moment, down in South Central, where there are no fires, where there are no wind, where there's nothing going on, you got ICE doing checkpoints, conducting checkpoints, looking for people. They're on Figueroa. They're on Adams. They're on Vermont. When does ICE do checkpoints in LA? And it ain't even a Friday or Saturday night. Usually it's the sheriffs conducting checkpoints, at least here in California. I don't know about anywhere else. Who does your checkpoints on a Friday or Saturday night looking for drunk drivers? Is it ICE? No, it's not. But we got ICE down here in South Central. Shouldn't all of our resources be up there fighting these fires? Knocking some of these fires out? I know y'all not gonna tell us whether you think we can handle it or whether you don't know yet. But something, like I said, don't smell.
Some of the victims in the situation, they were told that their insurance policies were canceled a few weeks before. That's suspicious. Okay. I'm just saying. Climate change a few weeks before this situation. I mean, that's convenient, don't you think? A few weeks. And we're talking about insurance policies that have been on homes for years. They just canceled 3 weeks before, a few weeks before. That's convenient.
Right. It really don't. Because you're looking for somebody. You got ICE out. ICE is out at 7 o'clock at night.
That's crazy.
On a Thursday in South Central, conducting checkpoints. And you want me to think there ain't nothing up with all these fires? It's just the wind. Just the wind that California has all the time. And guess what? They ain't even got no water flowing through the hydrants.
So, Ace, can you explain the water situation? Can you explain the water shortage?
All them hydrants just ain't got no water in them.
Could you imagine?
We have fires all the time, and they just don't have no water flowing through them. Okay.
I mean, with the climate change and all, wouldn't there be water? That's why I'm just like, okay. All right. I mean, because that makes sense. Climate change, no water, and the fire hydrants. Okay. Because that makes perfect sense. It makes so much sense. Let's continue because that's crazy. Ooh, this woman right here too.
My grandparents lost everything that they own in their home, everything in their possession, to the Eaton fire in Altadena, California. They have worked their entire lives for everything that they have. We're very diligent about collecting so much memorabilia and photos. There's like a museum of like our family history in their place. It was very special and unreal. I remember the last time I actually went over to their house, which is crazy that that's gonna be the last time that I ever get to go there. I brought my husband there for the first time and he just was like, wow, this is so special. And it's all gone, and they don't have a place to live, and they're old and shouldn't be worrying about that. They should just be worrying about like their health and just living out the rest of their days not working. But now they don't have anything, and so I make content, and this is like literally the
Y'all, that's what I said. I said this same thing. I'm like, why are there so many elderly people? We're talking about people in their 90s, right? And I'm just thinking to myself that, you know, it may seem like that they intentionally did this because majority of the community were elders. Like we're talking 80, 90, 70 years old. Okay? So it's giving corruption. All right. That's what it's giving. Now, at what level? I don't know. Is it an inside thing? Was this an outside thing? I don't know. But they did target an interesting community of mainly senior citizens that paid off their homes, owned their homes, and every generation following after them should be very concerned, right? Because this could be any of us. This could be any of us. Literally, you telling me that I have to work my entire life to finally own my home, and then you can come in and just burn it down because you want the land? That's crazy.
The smallest, least thing that I could do is sharing this video and letting you guys know that I have a GoFundMe for them. It's in the link in my bio. If you can't donate, please just share this video. Or share with somebody that can. And yeah, I don't know, I just appreciate any love, compassion, empathy, kind thoughts, prayers. All of it is greatly appreciated. And this is just like a nightmare. I feel terrible for them. It's awful.
This is so disgusting, y'all. This is just so disgusting. Okay, let me continue. Try not to get mad. I don't even know where I want to go next. I guess I'll go here.
In the Brentwood neighborhood where the Palisades fire has stretched farther east, you can see the clouds and some flames just over this ridge here. Firefighters have been attacking this blaze from above. We've seen them doing water drops. They are trying their hardest to prevent flames from spreading to other communities. Winds shifting east, forcing new mandatory evacuation orders as a Palisades fire nears major freeways and new cities. Residents, including actor Dennis Quaid, forced to evacuate.
Our experience of reality can change in a moment.
Meanwhile, rumors swirling overnight after Mayor Bass's office denies reports that she fired LA Fire Chief Kristen Crowley after remarks over budget cuts and lack of water.
So $17 million cut did not allow us to do what we needed to do. And where that impacted us specifically for Palisades was our ability to move into reserve apparatus.
The days-long struggle to save lives and property impeded by hurricane-force winds and a shortage of water.
The whole neighborhood is flattened. It's gone, and it's just rubble and ash.
In the Palisades, some fire hydrants at one point useless.
We pushed the system to the extreme. 4 times the normal demand was seen for 15 hours straight, which lowered our water pressure.
We're learning the community reservoir located just beyond this ridge was offline and empty during the...
I just want to add that this is what we pay taxes for. We should all be angry. We should all be upset. Y'all, this is what we pay taxes for. This is where you be looking at your check and be like, damn, so the city got this, the state got this, then the United States government got this. We literally pay into these disasters. Literally. That's the whole purpose of the taxes coming out of our check. So that's what I'm saying. I understand that they eventually cut the funding and things like that, but I'm saying like a community to not have water and then to have to utilize water, and then the water pressure has to go down because we're utilizing the water when the water should be there in the first place is insane to me. Like, that's what's so insane. It's like, like if you paying for something, right, and you go to use it, you expect for the shit to work. You don't expect for it to not work. And then you actually need it? Oh my God. And you actually need it? You're in dire need of it and it's not working? Come on, y'all. Oh my gosh.
The height of the firestorm, undergoing repairs according to the Department of Water and Power. Had the reservoir been operable, it would have extended water pressure in the Palisades on Tuesday night, the department's general manager said, adding, but only for a time.
When our firefighters come up to any type of a structure fire, any type of a wind event, a wildland fire, our expectation, just so you know, is that there's going to be water.
The governor of California.
My expectation as a U.S. citizen that was born here is that there would be water. Literally. Even if I'm saying the same thing that lady is saying. She knows what the funding is. And I know what if I'm paying taxes into something, my right, and especially if I need something, it should be available to me. That's ridiculous.
California now calling for an investigation into those water supply issues. Across both fires, 11 deaths reported, 100,000 people displaced. The California National Guard in the evacuation zone to keep people out, especially looters.
Disgusting that you would come in here and try to take advantage of somebody else's misfortune.
Many homeowners left anxious and frustrated.
We just wish that we would be able to get more information about, our home and be able to go and retrieve some items.
In these communities, there's grit and passion amid the devastation.
We have friends that have been reaching out nonstop to help us, and it's unbelievable to help.
Donations flooding into the region supporting traumatized residents and their pets. The recovery will cost a whopping $57 billion and take years to put the most populous county in the nation back together again.
Interesting that the media wants to word it like that. It's just so interesting. This is just so interesting to me.
We're hoping for a much needed reprieve with a drop in temperatures and wind gusts. But as you can see, this fire is spreading, forcing new evacuations. And it's concerning because this is ahead of a new Santa Ana wind event, which is expected Monday and could last through Wednesday.
Am I? My connection is good. Am I buffering or am I being trolled? I know, y'all. That's what's so scary about the situation. This is just the freaking beginning. Like, seriously, this is just the beginning. I'm going to give you some information on how you can donate. I looked up on Google here in Houston where I can donate for the LA fires. And they're saying you can do Salvation Army. And then there are certain locations in your city, locally, the locations that are taking specifically items for LA. And I'll get into what they're needing more of, because you don't want to just declutter your home and then you're sending stuff that they can't use. So there's a lady that made a video. She is a part of the help down there. Like, she's volunteering. I think she's head of the organization that she volunteers for. I'm not really sure, but she made a video about what they need more of. And so before you start going through your home and things like that, like let's make sure that we actually get them what they need and not just send stuff, Okay, so I'm going to play that video here in a sec. But first, let's move on to this too.
Farm canceled almost all of their homeowners insurance policies right before the fires hit. They pulled coverage on 1,600 policies after a record-breaking summer. They labeled this area as just too high risk. State Farm announced that their number one priority right now are the safety of their customers and their employees. JP Morgan's estimating the damage to be over $10 billion. Not only that, getting insurance in the future in these areas is almost impossible.
So I guess Ace, you were right. I just don't understand how that is legal, y'all. I just don't understand how that is legal. I don't get it. Can someone explain to me how that is legal? How can they do that? That's what I want to know. Like, how is that even legal? Okay, this.
I tell you that they are always shaming us to cover up for a billionaire. I mean it. There is one billionaire couple in California that utilizes more water than every single resident of Los Angeles combined. Their name is the Resnicks, and they own the Palm Wonderful Company, which owns Fiji water, Palm pomegranates, and Wonderful pistachios. Also, huge Zionists. In 1994, the public water access in California was taken away from the state and divided up amongst a bunch of private contractors. One of those private contractors was the Resnicks, and they purchased 60% of the state's fresh water resources. They own the majority of all the fresh water in the state of California. And this was really important for them because pistachios and pomegranates take a lot of water to grow. So they purchased the majority of all of the water in California in order to grow their crops. And then they strong-armed all of the other farmers growing pomegranates and pistachios out of the market so that they could charge $7 to $10 for a single fucking bag of pistachios. Let's also talk about Fiji water. They purchased a natural spring of fresh water in Fiji, an island in the South Pacific. They took it away from the indigenous people, built a water packaging plant around the spring, and then rehired back the indigenous people at like $1 a day just to sell you and I boxed motherfucking water for $3 a goddamn bottle. It is not about you versus me. It is all of us versus the CEOs. All of us versus the Resnicks. California needs to fucking revolt and take back water as the public resource that it should have always been.
Y'all, there's just too many. No, like, I'm sorry. Natural disaster? Really? 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 Okay. Okay. It seems like they knew what was about to happen before it happened. You know what I mean? I don't believe this was God. I believe this was the wicked, hun. Y'all keep bringing God into things that I don't even think God was a part of. I don't think God was a part of that meeting. I don't think God showed up to that one, y'all. I don't think God really was a part of all of this. I don't know why I don't know why God's name is being mentioned. I have no idea. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. I also, who said don't come to Houston? Who said don't come to Houston? I didn't say don't come to Houston. I'm so confused. Who said that? Or did somebody say it in the chat? Y'all be nice. Come on. Damn, we supposed to be standing together. They are caused by greedy oil plus gas companies who knew this would happen. Thank you. Oh, the chat, y'all come to Houston. Don't do that, y'all. Love thy neighbor, y'all. This is what I be saying. Christ conscious, right? Love thy neighbor. Okay, like what are we doing? What are we doing? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be shaming the girls with the crystals and things like that, but that's not Christ conscious. That's not Christ conscious. That's not higher self, ladies. Okay. So y'all need, like, listen, that's what this year is going to be all about. It's going to be all about, you're about to see what is truly important this year. You're going to learn through experiences what's really, truly important this year. All right. So you trying to be at war with people, you not trying to get along with people, that ain't going to serve you in this season. I'm telling you, it's all about community, unity, compassion, and humanitarian. Does that sound like you should be at war with anybody? No, because you may actually need them. And I've been preparing y'all for this. I said, don't be at odds with people. This ain't the good time. This ain't a good time to be on that gender war bullshit. Read the room. Read the room. Please read the room. Please read the room. Because all I saw was men on top of the rooftops trying to protect their homes. I didn't see any woman that was out there. All right. So I never said you had to sleep with them. I never said that you had to have their kids. I said you need to form an alliance with them. All right. And you need to exchange resources. So prime example, right? Okay, he's protecting me. I'm in the kitchen making a big pot of soup for everybody to feed. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all on that bullshit. And I'm just like, are you not reading the room? Read the room, please. Read the room. Okay. I'm passing out water. I got the first aid kit. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Please stop that. All right. Y'all got people online creating divisiveness, and it doesn't even make sense. We're not in that season. Those seasons are gone. They've been gone. Okay. So no, like we in some scary times. Like, we need each other more than anything. So y'all need to let that stuff go. And whatever you need to work out, work it out and move past it quick. Because you don't got that much time. Quick, move past it. Taxpayers have to pay to rebuild damaged roads, bridges, and infrastructures. So y'all gonna be, the people of California is gonna be funding this project. Interesting, because didn't they need the funding? Didn't they need the funding for this? Interesting how they were just able to just alleviate all of their problems when it comes to the Smart City LA 2028. Interesting. Come on. That's crazy. I gotta calm down, y'all. This just makes me so upset. I don't like it when people are done wrong. Like, did y'all see the people? It seemed like the people that were affected by this, they were some good people. And then you got the weird people out here talking about it's judgment day. God is judging you. These were some good people. Like, did you not see the people that I brought up here? And that wasn't even everybody. We would be here all day. But you not see the good people that gave so much to their community? Like, Come on, seriously? I just don't understand it. This too. Like, I was just like, are people being so for real right now?
Some demonic monster just wrote on my IG and tagged me that, of course, Spencer's gonna milk his burned down house for every dollar it's worth. A duh. That's right. Let me figure out every dollar I can get. How do you people not have brains? Are you just the stupidest living creatures? Of course I'm trying to get money to pay for my life with my family because our house and all of our possessions burned down. And if I can do it on social media, which I've been making the only money I've made for years now, continuously showing my journey of our house burning down and all of our possessions, do you not think I'm going to keep milking it for every dollar? I'd rather have my house and no social media. Let me tell you that much. I'd rather have everything in my house and delete all these stupid apps. I would much rather that. So yes, I will continue milking our misery on social media. Okay, it's a minute, 2 seconds, 50 seconds. Bye.
Y'all, I don't understand what's wrong with people. I don't get it. Do y'all think before y'all say things? Like, and I have to say y'all, because I be thinking first. I be thinking, like, really thinking long and hard before I say things, especially when it comes to grief and loss, right? It's like, ooh, I don't, like, let me find the right words, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Some of y'all not thinking before y'all speaking. Y'all just saying whatever comes to mind. So another reason, he's not wrong. That's why I'm like, y'all, I'm trying to really sit here and think, if I lost everything tomorrow, I would be on social media doing the same thing. Like, I would be milking the hell out of my situation. Like, who wouldn't? If you had the platform to do it, you don't have to set up a GoFundMe. All you got to do is start posting videos to your TikTok. You would do the same thing. Come on. It's like, but I'm sorry. Everyone is supposed to be rich on social media. Everyone just got it like that on social media. I forgot where we were at. Everyone got it like that. I'm sorry. No one's broke. Everyone's rich. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was doing and who I was talking to, because so y'all think money just grows on trees? Like, y'all think that things can just be replaced just like that? You think that that's what money can really do for you? Like, seriously? For you to, I keep trying to tell people, money, to have it, right? To have lots of it, it requires financial planning. It requires financial literacy. I saw a girl out here that I think she bought a Mercedes, and I think her interest rate was like 30 something, and I'm not even exaggerating. Okay. I'm not exaggerating. I think she got a Mercedes for, I think it was like 30 something APR. I don't know. I was just like, girl, for 5 years, and her payments were like $900. Listen. Just because you got it don't mean it's a good move. You know what I'm saying? So come on. Yes, I think it was 39%. Was it 39%? I'm not exaggerating. I had to go look, like, oh, girl. And she posted it to social media. I was like, ooh, girl, for 5 years. Ooh, wee. Ooh, girl. I felt bad for her. I was like, girl, you drove off the lot? It was her first car, too. Oh, it was her first car. That's crazy. So she got the car she wanted, though. She did. She got the car that she wanted. But yeah, it was like 39% APR. And I was like, that's crazy. All right. We all have choices. That's why I'm always tell you, it's never too young to make wise choices. And that wasn't a wise choice. That was not wise at all. I don't know who told her to do that. I don't know who talked her into it. I don't know, but that was ridiculous. I couldn't believe she did that. Okay, let's get into what you can donate.
Yeah, so I was finally able to volunteer today, and just some things that I've noted that might be helpful for people that still want to donate or volunteer. Please be very mindful when donating clothes. It's not an opportunity to clean out your closet. Like, the clothes should be very gently used, like almost new. Definitely not dirty. And I think most places are good on clothing, except I think there has been a little bit of a lack of plus size clothing donations, and a lot of places still need baby and kid clothes and baby and kid shoes, and also like toys and books. Like, these kids are really going through it, so definitely things like that. The big need that I'm still seeing is hygiene. A lot of places are still taking those donations. Also pet food.
Listen, she's a volunteer. She's telling you what they need. I think that's important. Like, what's the point of giving if you're not going to give people actually what they actually need? So she's saying that they don't need clothing unless it's plus size clothing. Kids need shoes and clothes, toys, and things like that. I think that's fair to say, y'all. So then you don't just go through your house just grabbing everything in sight. You actually get what people need. That's all she's saying. I think it's smart.
And toys and beds seem to
I typed in on Google Salvation Army locations in my city that are for the LA fires, donating to the LA fires. You could do that. Okay. That's kind of how I did it.
Be very low, and I know that a lot of the shelters still need crates, so that's a good thing to donate if you're still looking to donate. Our firemen need chapstick, sunscreen, eye drops, grab and go snacks, and Gatorade, but please do not go to stations anymore. The LAFD has asked you to drop off at one of their partner organizations around the county. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but I know It's Bigger Than Us is one of those locations. But they're also just really asking for monetary donations so that they can get those specific things that our firefighters need. And also, please don't lose heart if what you were trying to donate right now.
Some of her information is for the locals, like people who locally live there, because they have drop-off centers and things like that. But if you are in a different city, Salvation Army, if you're wanting to donate clothing or the things that she's saying they need more of, Salvation Army. And then if you're wanting to donate to help with the LA fires, I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Centers have too much of, or if
that's why I said, is he being funny? Because I don't know if Farm is, or Ace, are you being serious? I didn't even take you serious. I'm just like, oh, okay.
If you get turned away because we're at a capacity for volunteers, this is a long haul thing. And I'm in volunteer management, and I know the initial excitement or like the initial desire for people to want to help right away when something bad happens, but helping people rebuild their lives and helping them stay in LA County if that's what they want to do is going to be a long-term process. So please don't get discouraged if right now places can't take your donations or they're full of volunteers, because we're going to need you down the road. This is it's going to take a while to help people rebuild. So please don't lose heart.
It's going to take years. So I know it's the thing to do because everyone wants to volunteer, because I feel like a lot of it is survival guilt. There's a lot of that going on, but don't lose that guilt a year from now, because they're going to need help and you need to keep showing up. So if you're going to show up and volunteer, you need to keep showing up and complete the mission, hun. Okay? Literally years. Like, we're talking probably until 2028 or beyond, you know? I think that's interesting, but I'm just saying, like, I know it's the thing to do and everyone wants to do it now, but make sure you're still doing it a year to 2 years to 3 years from now. And I'm being so serious.
And just thank you to everyone that has been stepping up to help. It's so beautiful to see, and I'm so proud to be able to call LA home. And our distribution center does have a lot of items. So if you know of any churches, evacuation centers, or even families that have needs, big or small, we can drop off. So please message me and I'll let you know how to make that happen. Thank you so much.
Listen, we need to be helping everybody, okay? We need to be helping everybody. Now, listen, I didn't just pray for LA. I prayed for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Florida, when that situation was happening, if you're on my Discord, then you know I don't play. And my prayers get answered. So listen, everybody got to do their part. I don't know what part you want to play, but get creative. Play your part, do your part. Be part of change and make an impact. That's all I'm asking. However you choose to do that, whether you want to go volunteer at a soup kitchen, great. If you want to donate your time, great. If you want to go through your home, you got some old kid toys that your kids haven't picked up in years to a few months, great. But we all got to play our part. We all not going to play the same part. Okay. Because since the year done started, y'all, I done prayed I don't know how many times. Seriously. There was a blizzard in my hometown. My brother got stuck. I was mad as hell. Because I'm like, why the hell would you do that? So it's just been that type of year. Everybody got their role to play. Play your role. All right. You know what else is interesting? Let me play this too. Because did y'all know this?
Tell me why Richmond has no running water right now. I'm driving to Richmond, Virginia to visit my grandmother. She was like, you probably shouldn't come right now because Richmond and the surrounding counties are under an emergency water advisory so Richmond just got hit with like a huge storm. And what she told me was it freezed the pipes and the pipes burst in the water supply. And when the pipes burst, the water like hit all the electric.
Y'all, how many, like, y'all keep saying it's God, it's climate change. It is the government. All right, please wake up, y'all, please. Because I'm just like, that's convenient. Like, what's going on? Why is our government not doing their damn job? We pay these taxes. It's tax season. They want their money. That's why I'm just like, come on, this is getting ridiculous.
To like clean the water. So now there's no clean water in Richmond and they're advising people not to shower. They're under like a boiling water advisory. And this has been going on for like 5-6 days and they don't know when it's going to be fixed. The whole city of Richmond, Virginia. So we got California in flames right now, Richmond with no running water, and you expect me to pay my taxes soon. So she wants me to stock up on all this water and bring it down to her. I live like 7 hours away. And she was like, you gotta cover the water because people are breaking into cars. They're breaking into stores because they need water. The United States is not a first world country. We are a third world country. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Civil War.
I mean, at this point, I think that's what we're all waiting for at this point. Y'all let me know. And if it's going to happen before tax season, let me know because I don't want to pay them either. Shoot, let me keep my money. All right. So that's crazy, right? So look at what the people in Richmond are going through. Virginia.
Okay, so if y'all haven't heard by now, here we go. Richmond, Virginia is having a water crisis. We are without running water in the entire city. Over 1 million people. So I am here for those that are saying, just buy bottled water. No, we already did that, and everywhere is sold out of bottled water at this point. So now, after 3 days of not having no running water, I am here trying to flush toilets in my house with little bottles of water and vinegar. So you're going to see here that my kid does not like to take her clothes out of the bathroom after she showers, and it bothers me. So that's what I'm doing right here, telling her to get her stuff. But anywho, I am trying to get the toilet flush. This is one of 3 of my toilets in my house, so I have to do this constantly, but I can't use all of the water just to flush the toilets. So it's frustrating. Instead of them sending like FEMA or somebody out here, we're just fending for ourselves, and I'm not the only person. It's the whole dang on city, okay? And even for those who have water, they may not have adequate water to use, aka shit water. You heard? So we are over here in Richmond, Virginia, struggling. Send help, please. Thank you. Bye.
What did I tell y'all last year? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell you? We are on our own. You being at war with people that you actually know is insane. Like, seriously, it's really insane. You being at war with people because they gender is the opposite of yours is insane. You being at war with people because you have a different political view is insane. In these times, it's insane. No, that's not cool. Y'all, the whole thing is just ridiculous. So at this point, we're all sitting around like, what's next? Who's next? Like, y'all, I'm in my apartment. Every time I hear something, like I hear a popping noise, I hear something, I have PTSD. I'm like, what the hell was that? Because I feel like we just sitting around waiting for something to happen. I don't like that. And it's clear they not telling us what the hell is going on. Why are we having all of these issues back to back? And then whenever there's a natural disaster, right? Natural disaster, it's like the Hunger Games. Like we're fending for ourselves. It doesn't make sense. That was the whole reason we pay taxes. It doesn't make sense, y'all. Like I said, something's off with the situation. It just does not make sense. Oh, yeah. Listen. His money, and he invested in water. That was smart. I just don't know. Then look what else I stumbled across, right? And people were picking it up. And this happened in New Orleans. So like, remember how the year started? The year started with the whole situation that happened in New Orleans, right? Look at this. I need y'all to, because, you know, I'm the cuckoo crazy lady. I'm the conspiracy theorist lady, right? The cuckoo lady with the cat, even though I don't have a cat, but just say I'm the crazy cat lady. I don't give a damn. Just look at this. And I need you to tell me what you think. I'm not even going to say nothing.
I want to be the one that sounds.
Wait. No, I don't want to play that because he's going to bring your attention to it. Let's just play this video, right?
Walkthrough that the New York Times journalist did of the alleged New Orleans terrorist's house was the most unserious thing that I have ever seen in my life.
Okay, so New York Post posted a video saying that they were doing a walkthrough of where the assassin was living prior to the attack, the terrorist attack that happened in New Orleans, right? Look at this video. Do I think these incidences connect? Possibly. I don't know. I'm pretty open-minded. But I want y'all to look at this.
We're here inside the New Orleans terrorist home.
Oh, you sent me a link?
You can see that it's been clearly destroyed, the door at least, from
Nicole, can you send it again? I missed it.
The FBI raid yesterday. But if we walk through the home, we see some signs of what he was up to. He had this work area here, lots of different chemicals splayed around, and different electronics. This is, again, a work setup. Left receipts, just very unkempt in here. If we go over here, actually, you can see the Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded here, which seems to be a lot of chemicals. Again, just left in disarray. There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Qurans, an open Quran with a passage there, as well as even the Bible here. But mostly books on Islam, and his prayer rug just to the left of me here. And if we go back, there's another bedroom here. You can see he left all these belongings, contact lenses, personal belongings, his bathroom. This seems to be some sort of workspace, again, with other chemicals here. The light's still on, some kind of station set up here. We're not really sure what that was for. In, you know, what we can assume was also a bedroom. You can see clothes left here, and just a sign that someone was here up until those last few moments when neighbors said he left just before the New Year's holiday, saying he was done with his lease, it was up, and he was on his way to New Orleans where he would live there. Didn't take any furniture because he said his new home would be furnished. That's all we know so far.
Y'all, they playing with us. They playing with our intelligence. I don't like it when my intelligence is being played with, because basically you're calling me a dumb bitch. I don't like that. First of all, and the reason why I played the other video, because I wanted you to see New York Post made this video. Okay? New York Post. This is not a YouTuber. This is not a blogger. Like, this is the New York Post, y'all. Okay? This is getting ridiculous. Like, first of all, the door looks kicked out, not kicked in. You get what I'm saying? The door looks kicked out, not like somebody kicked in. So that means like taking off the hinges, right? It just like, it's just, this is ridiculous. Y'all, this is getting so ridiculous to me.
We are here inside the New Orleans terrorist home. You can see that it's been clearly destroyed, the door at least, from the FBI raid yesterday. But if we walk through
the FBI raid yesterday,
the home, we see some signs of what he was up to. He had this work area here.
Yeah, how in the world did she even get access to this? Like, this should still be under investigation. This should be closed off. This should be a crime scene. You know what I'm saying? Like,
lots of different chemicals splayed around.
Chemicals just laying around that the FBI didn't collect? Like, y'all. Now, I stopped watching true crime because it started to mess with my mental health. But come on, y'all. Be so freaking for real. The New York Post posted this, y'all. This is the New York Post. This is insane.
And different electronics. This is, again, a work setup. Left receipts. Just very unkempt in here. If we go over here, actually, you can see the Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded here, which seems to be a lot of.
Y'all, it's like, seriously, do they think we're stupid? Oh my God, y'all, I'm telling you, this was the wildest thing I've seen in a while. Like, the pandemic was one thing, but they just being stupid, sloppy. This looks like a play. It looks like a set.
Chemicals. Again, just left in disarray.
Like, everything just looks so perfectly organized, but like in disarray. Like, it just, come on, seriously. And I shared this with several different people because I'm like, am I just crazy? Like, look at this video. And I didn't tell them my thoughts before I had them look at the video, but they were just like, come on now.
Disarray. There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Qurans, an open Quran with a power.
Like, look at the shoe. Like, did y'all see? Look at the shoe. Look at the shoe. Y'all see the shoe? Come on, y'all. Come on. Stop saying God, y'all. Stop bringing God into this. This is nothing but wickedness. God ain't a part of this. This is wickedness. This is evil. To lie to the American people like this. Come on. Like this, y'all. I couldn't believe this. And do you know that New York Post deleted this? Oh, but because it's TikTok, right? You can easily download the video without censoring and all of that. We have the video, but we have it only because people were saving it and reposting it and talking about it. You know how TikTok is, right? But they took it down off their TikTok, then they took it down off their website.
With a passage there, as well as even the Bible here, but mostly books on Islam, and his prayer rug just to the left of me here. And if we go back, there's another bedroom here. You can see he left all these belongings, contact lenses, personal belongings, his bathroom. This seems to be some sort of workspace, again, with other chemicals here. The light's still on. Some kind of station set up here. We're not really sure what that was for. In, what we can assume was also a bedroom. You can see clothes left here. And just a sign that someone was here up until those last few moments when neighbors said he left just before the New Year's holiday, saying he was done with his lease. It was up.
You see the hat she got on? Y'all, they need to be so freaking for real. They need to be so for real, y'all. Because now when I see fake stuff, I question everything. Because you're not about to play in my face. I'm going to question everything. And I'm going to go through it and look through it. That ain't making no damn sense. Things have to make sense, right? That's what it means to have common sense, is you make sense of common things. This doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I understand common sense isn't so common because most people are not sensible. I'm just saying, right? So in order for you to have common sense, you have to be sensible. You can't be extreme. This is not me being extreme. This shit just don't make no damn sense. It don't make sense. It just looks so orchestrated. Like, this is a whole plot and plan. Like, it's just ridiculous.
And he was on his way to New Orleans, where he would live there. Didn't take any furniture because he said his new home would be furnished. That's all we know so far.
Girl, be so freaking for real. So yeah, now we got to question everything, right?
Era of everyone and their sister listening to true crime podcasts, you think that we're going to believe that? Really? Everyone knows that the media does not get that quick of access to a literal crime scene, especially something of that high of priority. That's literally unheard of. Maybe in the ancient of days when there wasn't media like there is today, and they would literally just allow journalists and civilians to traipse through crime scenes and ruin everything. But allegedly, we were supposed to have learned our lesson, and that shit's not supposed to happen anymore. And that's why crime scenes are always so cordoned off for days and days or weeks, not for just like a day, and then just allow Lululemon Lana to traipse through it with no gloves, no nothing, and just point out all the shit that she thinks is important. I guess I am encouraged to see that there are a lot of people that are like, this is staged as fuck, but it's so frustrating that they're spinning this anti-Islamic narrative, because when they were walking through the house, they had to show his prayer mat and his Quran and
yeah. And that's what was so disgusting about this, that you're trying to blame you're trying to pin this situation on a group of people. Why are you trying to sell that to us so bad? Like, why would you even think, like, this whole thing, y'all, it's just so plotted. Like, it's disgusting to try to pin this on a group of people that are innocent. I just can't believe that. Like, now I question as a millennial, I have to question my entire life. Seriously, this is the New York Post, y'all. That's insane. That's why I'm just like, come on. And then the people in New Orleans, they saying the same thing. Like, something doesn't make sense. I know she said keep Lulu out of this. But listen, Lulu don't like black people anyway. So, but I'm just saying, like, this whole thing, y'all, come on now.
all his religious books, and his Quran just happened to be open to this one passage that was about martyrdom. And I saw multiple comments where people were like, that would never happen. A Quran is never left open. And I believe them. And then of course they had to pan over to what is supposed to be a kufiya hanging up in his wardrobe. But it's this clearly cheap Amazon knockoff with a houndstooth pattern and not the actual kufiya pattern, which is different. Like the absolute buffoonery.
Oh, I wonder who would do something like that. Someone that wouldn't know the difference. A colonizer. Because, you know, colonizers, they don't know the difference when it comes to stuff like that. They don't know the importance of culture. Smells like a colonizer to me, doesn't it? That means you know that and they want to get rid of DEI. So of course you wouldn't have a color person, a person of color on your team, because it seems like you're trying to get rid of those programs. So of course you would go on Amazon and get a scarf like that and not know the damn difference. Y'all, I'm sick of them. For real. I'm so sick of them. And then they're so bold with it. Remember when I said everything that they tell you, it's in reverse. And then they put the truth in your face, but they call it fiction.
And ignorance behind this shit is so foul. And honestly, you as the viewer should be so ashamed and disgusted by this behavior. Do not fall prey to this. Maybe they could have gotten away with this 10, 15 years ago, but not today. Not in this world of true crime and us knowing how this stuff works. Critical thinking skills, y'all. Critical thinking. All right, bye.
Dang, the journalist too? I did not know that. Okay, y'all, there's a lot of wickedness going on. There's a lot of, y'all need to leave God out of this. This is nothing but the wicked and the evil, honey. Y'all need to stop putting God's name in everything. Okay, because I'm just like, that's not what I'm getting on this situation. I'm getting something totally different. Like, it's just right under our noses. We know something is off. We spiritually can feel that something is off. We just don't know what it is. That's what we don't know. And this is why they want to take away TikTok. This is why they want to take away
I'm gonna put my
TikTok.
2 cents in with the rest of the 98 percentile. So TikTok is potentially getting banned, right? But you mean to tell me that the Los Angeles Fire Department has gotten defunded by $12 million, hence why it stalled so long to fight all of the fires, but you're banning TikTok. TikTok is getting banned, but you mean to tell me that the miscellaneous house insurance in the state of California to protect your assets from getting burned down, slipping away to the ocean by a landslide, that's no longer involved in the coverage. That type of coverage is taken away in the state of California, but you want to ban TikTok. Little to almost no mental health evaluations is given to those who want to abide by the Second Amendment, but y'all want to ban TikTok. Okay.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like all of this, it just doesn't make sense. Like I feel like we're being played with since the year has started. I do. But let's continue because a lot of things are. I tried to warn y'all that 2024 was just the beginning, right? More things were going to be exposed, but now you're going to start seeing the corruption for real. Like you're going to start seeing the corruption. It's going to be in your face to where you're not going to be able to ignore it or deny it. You're going to be able to see it, right? But also, I told you that 2024 was just the introduction to things being exposed. We're going to see more politicians exposed than anything this year. It's going to be celebrities, it's going to be YouTubers, influencers, and things like that. But pay attention to the government being exposed because they're going to try to cover this whole thing up. They're going to try to clean up this whole thing, cover up this whole thing. But we need to make sure that we hold the people responsible, accountable in this situation because there's clearly something not right. Okay. Clearly there's just something that is just not right with the situation. I just don't know what it is. I just know something's off. And I'm hoping that once this video saves that some of y'all can start dropping some ideas, some scenarios, because it doesn't make any sense. It just does not make any sense. That video is just weird. The New York Post, then people in New Orleans
just doesn't sit right with me out here in New Orleans, not with the way things went down. Because for one, we all know, everyone in the world knows, on New Year's Eve and Mardi Gras, New Orleans is one of the busiest places in the world. And they have blockades, barriers to block off certain streets in the CBD area, which is downtown Bourbon Street area. And this particular night, so say the area he came through, the barriers were being worked on or whatnot.
Y'all know how I am. I follow patterns. If you're new here, tap in. We follow patterns. Patterns lead you to the truth. That's what they do. When you're being manipulated, patterns, follow the patterns. You can't always rely on people telling you the truth, but patterns don't lie. So, So listen, I have a rule here that if there's a 3 go round, because we're at 2 right now. We have this situation in New Orleans. We have the situation in LA. If there is a 3rd one, oh, y'all. Oh, because I do 3 times the charm. It's just this thing that I do. I don't know why. 3 times the charm. 3 times the charm is not a game for me. Like, it's like, oh, hell no. Like, if I see something else, like just one more thing where it's just this coincidence where, oh, on this particular day, right, there's no water in the fire hydrants. On this particular day, they didn't have the street blocked off. You know what I mean? One more thing. And no one is going to gaslight me because I be feeling gaslit. Like, no, this doesn't make any sense. One more thing, y'all. What I will say is the next large event that I'm truly concerned about is the Super Bowl. Like, I'm very concerned about the Super Bowl. I'm very concerned. I'm not saying that to scare people. I'm telling you this so that you can be aware of your surroundings, large crowds, and things like that, because that's the next big thing. And then we have Trump that's going to be sworn in on January the 20th. So listen, you need to be on high alert. There is something that they're not telling us, and I just don't know what that something is. But I'm not going to rely on them to tell us, because they hide stuff from us all the time. So you just need to be, y'all being on your phones. Take the earpieces out your ear. This is not the season for that. You need to be paying attention. Get out of your phone. Get your head out of your phone. Put the phone in your pocket. Take out the earplugs, because if you need to run, or if you need to be paying attention, then you don't need to be on your devices, okay? Because that's how they've been getting people. Like, I noticed they be getting people with their heads down, or they didn't hear what was going on. Take the earpieces out, because I know my introverts, yes, we like to put the earpieces in because we don't want nobody talking to us. We don't want nobody bothering us. Take the earpieces out. You need to be alert, seriously, because I don't know. Don't be distracted. When you're out in public, don't be distracted, okay? You need to be alert. Alert, alert. Get out of your phone, pay attention. Because sometimes I be seeing people, they just be walking. They're not even paying attention. They on their phone. Lift your head. Pay attention to what's going on. Seriously.
Why would you wait until New Year's not to have barriers? You could have done this weeks or months prior to this. But say, for instance, you did have to work on it. Where were the police cars to sit right there to make sure no one goes through? Doesn't sit well with me. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. But I also am opinionated about the fact that after they pew him and they start searching his vehicle, they find what they say may be explosive devices in an ice chest or a cooler. And that doesn't sit well at all. Come on, y'all. Y'all start thinking to yourself, because why would you be just driving around with this stuff and you're not going to use it? Would you be driving around with it and then you want to get pew just so people can see it and they go into a panic and a frenzy? If there was things like that in there, don't you think they would have drove to another street that you could drive through if the barriers were there and let it do its thing? A lot of this doesn't make sense, but I'm going to tell you something. To strike fear into the hearts of millions of people, it's very easy for this terrorist thing to start moving. Because the same night, that damn vehicle in front of Trump Tower, it catches on fire. The same night. But this also happened right before the Super Bowl out here. So now they prolonging that. Also saying now that there were 3 male suspects and a female suspect that they're looking for now that could possibly be affiliated with him. This all smells to me like another one of those things where the people are to panic and to get paranoid and start freaking out so that our government can step in and say, hey, we're here to save the day, but we're going to push you all away for a little while.
Isn't that what they doing in LA? You know, I don't know. Like I said, some ain't right, y'all. Some in the milk ain't clean. All right. And this is not God. God does not bring confusion. All right. God does not bring chaos. God brings order. All right. No, I know that for a fact. God does not bring confusion. God does not bring chaos. God brings order. Okay. This, I don't know what it is. I don't know, but it's like ever since the new year started, it's like this chaos button has been pushed. And now it's just we're all just going I don't know what to think. Like I feel like I'm being manipulated. That's how I feel. I feel manipulated. I feel plotted on or plotted against. That's what I'm feeling. This is not feel, oh, this is just natural. Like I said, the fog, I haven't forgotten the mysterious fog. And now the United States half is hot and on fire, the other half is freezing. I feel like something is up, y'all. I don't know what it is. I just feel like something is up. I just don't know. But I need y'all to be paying attention. I need the people to be paying attention. The reason why I'm making this video is because if something else happens, I'm going to come back and update this. That means 3. That's 3. That's all I need to see. I don't need to see anything else after that. If there's a third incident and it's just, oh, on this particular day, it's something was missing that usually should be there, like there's no water, the street wasn't blocked off. Listen, I'm calling it. I'm calling it after that. Listen, I'm calling it after that. One more thing, I swear I'm calling it after that because the whole thing is just weird to me.
We take care of what's going on. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but I just can't trust a lot of things they do. And it's sad when all these people losing their lives.
It could be.
This is what's really killing me. People lose their lives for nonsense.
And that's why I was warning y'all last year about how we are casualties. We're just a number. Okay? We're just a number. That's it. They do not care. I will never forget, people were without electricity, right? I was in Houston, the city, if you looked out, like I'm in the district where there's money. I just got to be honest with you. I'm in the district in downtown where there's money. I'm literally on the city's life support electric lines underground, or I think they're underground. I don't even think where I'm located, it's above ground because I'm on a power grid that is like basically life support emergency type of grid, right? So I have lights. I'm looking out and it's just pitch black, right? So that went on for days. Like that went on for days. People lost their lives. And then I kid you not, the rest of the city is black. Guess what lights were on? The stadium lights. The stadium lights, because the city had a baseball game. A baseball game. The reason why y'all be hearing the sirens is because of the hospital. There's a hospital near me, right? So when I saw that, greed, I was disgusted. Then I saw the situation that happened in Florida. Then I saw the situation that happened in Carolina. We don't have them, okay? You're putting your trust into people who don't care. Literally, I watched how they don't care. They don't. There were people that were like literally out there suffering in the heat, y'all. They did not care, but they turned the stadium lights on so the Astros could play their baseball game. And I will never forget that. Like that's something that's in my memory that I can never erase. And you can't say I made it up. I saw it. I witnessed it with my own eyes. The city is suffering, but you can turn on the stadium lights. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, the ritual. I haven't forgotten about that. I have not forgotten about that. That's still in the back of my mind. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what this could be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to tell you to protect your family. I use Psalms 91, and I also recently used Jeremiah. I think I used 14:13. Y'all, you better protect your people. You better protect your family. You better protect your city. You better protect your community. You better protect your neighbors. If you don't know your neighbors, you better start getting comfortable and familiar with your neighbors. Hey, neighbor, how you doing? I just wanted to introduce myself. You better start talking to the people around you. You never know, because we in some scary times. Honestly. Protect yourself. Seriously, this is not the time to be distracted. What else? This is just so crazy. I can't believe like I'm really doing this. Okay, was it this one? Hold on.
What?
Yeah.
I do not want to sound.
I just want y'all to see how they had this. New York Post had this on their website.
like a crazy conspiracy theorist. So you're telling me the New York Post was just allowed to walk into his home? Does anybody else remember tabloids after 9/11? Because I'm starting to have memories of just the most insane tabloid headlines.
I forgot about the bird flu, y'all. I just can't keep up with it all. They really are trying to throw everything at us at one time, y'all. All at the same time. Let me see what else. So yeah, I just wanted y'all to see that they really did post that to their website, that video.
Actual store burnt down.
Oh, wait. And this is what I was saying. Like, listen, another warning to those that think it's a great idea to laugh at someone else's misfortune. Karma, God is judging you. Be careful about the words that you are speaking. Because in order for you to speak those words over another person, you have to first speak it over yourself. Okay? Be careful about that. All right? Be careful, because this lady, she just dumb and stupid, and she thought it was a good idea. Let's listen to what she has to say.
The actual store burnt down. Everyone knows the Gelson's video. When I was in there getting a coffee, you got the owner's son or some shit, I forgot what it was, called me, like Mr. Gelson's like, I don't come in here. Instead of apologizing, you remember, instead of apologizing for what they did to me, they called and told me not to come and film in their fucking supermarket again. So ever since then, I've never shopped at Gelson's again. The actual store burnt down. Sorry, no one died. Okay, that's funny to me because the actual store, bitch.
How is this real life? Like, I knew that as the fires were happening, there's gonna be people that are gonna be celebrating. But I just didn't realize it's gonna be this quick. This is crazy to me. That you were upset that you got kicked out of a store for filming, which every store has their own policy. And are now celebrating the fact that the entire store burned down. The fact that people lost their livelihoods and their jobs, because, that store was employing people. So even though nobody actually died inside the store, probably the people that worked there also lost their homes. And now they lost their jobs as well. It's just crazy to me to see how many people out there have such a lack of empathy and a lack of humanity, really.
Y'all, that was evil as hell. To say, oh, it's their karma. Please shut up. Oh my God. Like I said, be careful what you out here speaking, because it ain't them times to be playing and joking around. Okay. Because I literally saw someone in California. I swear this was a real life situation where there was someone in California that was making fun of the people that had gotten the blizzard and they had gotten all that snow. And so it was a man walking down the street recording himself like, ha, la, 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 like walking down in LA. Then the next video, he got humbled just like that because the fires broke out. Be careful what you out here doing, because this ain't the time to be on that type of activity. This ain't the time to be joking. Okay. As soon as he put that energy out, it came right back to him just like that. So be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's move on. I wanted to show y'all this as well because he is a whistleblower.
Well, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that...
Okay, wait. I'm gonna let him finish, but I don't want to be copyrighted. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Okay.
Sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think.
Is it insane? Is it really insane to think like that?
But one begins to ponder.
I don't know why people put the music. We don't need the music. Okay, stop putting the music in these type of TikTok videos. All right, jeez.
Whether or not there is a purpose in mind, what could it be? I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
That's a crazy thing to say. Okay. let's move on. Let's get into the bird flu. I forgot about that. Hold on, let me play that one too. I don't know. I don't know what to think, y'all. I don't know. I really don't. But I need the prayer warriors to be in their prayer closets. I need the mystics and the witches to be doing what they doing. I need the Jehovah Witnesses to be going door to door and saving people. I need everybody on their shit. All right. I mean that because clearly we don't got their help. We don't got their assistance. We can't look to them. They not a resource to us, even though we pay them. That's crazy. I need everybody to be on their purpose, their calling. You need to be doing something if it's humanitarian. Seriously. I'm being so for real, y'all. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Because it seemed like y'all going to be in the prayer closet all year. Seriously. Y'all going to be in there sometimes multiple times a day. Is it this one? I'm trying to find it. How did I lose? Oh, maybe I put it on a different one. How did I lose my spot? This is it's inside. That's why. Sorry, I made a file inside a file. It's a long story. Okay. Did I play everything? Oh, this too.
Folks who staged the New York Post MTV Cribs True Crime Edition, this is a kufiya. That is houndstooth. Kufiya, Amazonia. And both new Muslims and non-Muslims alike are like, what? The kufiya has specific patterns. This wavy pattern right here is supposed to represent the olive leaves. The bold pattern, the trade routes. And this, a fishnet pattern, i.e. from the river to the sea, where there are fish. This represents a bad attempt of ordering something on Amazon that you thought was going to get the people riled up.
Now, why would they do something like that? And who is they? I don't know. It's giving B13, B613. It's giving, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm in a movie right now. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Let me see. Where am I go? I'm gonna go here because hold on, let me go back. Hold on, let me start over. Oh, how do I get out of this file? Let me play this one because this girl, to my spiritualists that are tapped in, sis, this is a snake year, which I'm pretty sure you already are aware of that. But let's just get into this.
2025 is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology, just like 1917 was the year of the snake when America entered World War I.
Okay, let's pause her on that because she got the music in the background. Okay, that's one thing.
Or 1929 was the year of the snake when the Great Depression happened due to the crash on Wall Street. Or
Interesting. And why is this important? This is very important. This is very, 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 very important. Okay, I believe history repeats itself. I was trying to tell a girl that prophecy is literally in every subject. It's not just the Bible. It's history. It's science. It's economics. I mean, I can get into it. My brother sent me an article about how the United States is literally mirroring the fall of the Roman Empire. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. Also, prophecy could be found in psychology. It's in every subject. It's mathematics, physics. If you are a critical thinker, you will see that prophecy can literally be found in every subject, including investments, stocks. Okay. Now, is it biblical? No, but it still can be picked up simply because patterns. Nothing in this world is new. It's just simply recycled. So it's just something that you pick up on. Also, I forgot to mention, since we're on the spiritual subject, this is the year of the 9, which is also the rise of divine feminine energy. Ladies, tap in. Come with me. Walk with me. So what it means is that we are synced in with the earth, the universe, through our menstrual cycles. We are literally synced in like a Bluetooth. So to the men that are out here watching, the reason why you don't want to be at war with women is because since we are synced in with the earth, with the universe, and we say something's off, something's not right, I don't know, something just isn't right, because we're synced in with our 13 cycles when it comes to our menstrual cycles, which is in full alignment with the universe. If she says don't go, don't go. All right. If she's telling you to sprinkle salt around whatever, sprinkle the damn salt. If she tells you we should leave in a hurry, you should leave in a hurry. Pick up the feet, pick up the pace. If she says, no, that's not where we should go, don't go. All right? Because I know misogyny is at an all-time high. And so the last thing misogyny wants to hear is a woman's influence. But it could literally save your life. And you will start to see, if you don't see it now, hopefully it doesn't cost you your life. But this is also the rise of the divine feminine energy. We are synced in. You are not. Okay? So ladies, if you have some changes with your cycle, it could be everything that's going on. Okay? So just go with it. Make sure you're drinking your teas and your herbs and things like that to make sure your hormones are balanced. But you want to be connected, because the more connected and grounded you are, the more you're going to get these warnings before they happen. I'm just saying. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there as well. So if she has a weird feeling about it, trust it. Do not ignore it. If I'm talking to you directly, if you have a weird feeling about something, something's off, something doesn't feel right, trust it. This is not the year to be doubting your intuition. This is the year to trust it. Trust your instincts, trust your gut, trust your intuition, because that's what this is all about for year 9. All right. You need to be trusting it.
1941 was the year of the snake, when it was the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Interesting. Okay, let's continue. Also, I do have a video on my Patreon. It was a lunch break conversation about how to know when it's truly your intuition or when it's your ego. I'll have to repost that one because I did that I think last year.
Or 1965 was the year of the snake. That's when Bloody Sunday happened, Malcolm X unaliving, and the escalation of the Vietnam War. Or more recently, 2001 was the year of the snake. Guess what happened in 2001? 9/11.
Let's continue. Let's continue.
And also, 2025 is the year of 9. How? 2 + 2 + 5, 9. 9 means completion in numerology, or the lifting of a veil. What's done in the dark will come to the light.
And this is why we're able to see the corruption. Those that see it, you see it, we're able to see the corruption, right? I know in religious beliefs, the snake is seen as evil or wicked. I can see that perspective because duality is real. That's why in some other cultures, in some other beliefs, the snake can symbolize powerful transformations, shedding old skin, stepping into new, which that is also part of being the year 9 as well, which I think is interesting. So there's just a lot of moving pieces going on, and I do believe that some chess moves are being made, and we need to just call it what it is, seriously. But let's continue. Yeah, it's a huge symbol of change for sure.
Also, what's been going on in the world currently? Look what happened on Bourbon Street during New Year's. Look at these mysterious wildfires in California. Tornadoes in January where it don't even really be tornadoes at.
Did y'all see the fire tornado? I saw the fire tornado. Crazy. Never thought I would ever see that in my lifetime, but I saw a fire tornado in LA. Seriously. Can't even make it up.
I say all this to say this. I am no theorist. I just need for things to make sense. And when it's not making sense, it's something else. And this video is not for everybody. I'm just talking to my people. But anyway, peace.
So that's another layer to add to this situation, y'all. I don't know. What do y'all think? Yeah, I saw a fire tornado, and it wasn't AI. It was on the news. They caught it on the news, y'all. This was not AI. Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. Yes. I remember that. If it wasn't for Snapchat and me going out there to see, well, who was truly in devastation, it's just crazy. It's so much is being manipulated, y'all, and it's being exposed. Like at this point, either you want to see it or you don't. You want to see it or you just don't. There's so many questions, and when things don't make sense, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not going to try to make it make sense. Okay, let me see what else. So the New Orleans thing, and then also I thought this was interesting as well. Listen to this. Listen to what AI is telling this girl.
ChatGPT, tell me what you think is the real reason that they're trying to ban TikTok right now.
I think the real reason they're trying to ban TikTok goes deeper than just national security. TikTok has become this massive, unfiltered space where people share ideas, mobilize movements, and challenge mainstream narratives. It's giving everyday people a voice that's not as tightly controlled as on other platforms. And that disrupts the traditional power structures. Governments and corporations are nervous about how much influence and reach people have when they band together online, especially when TikTok has been pivotal in protests, exposing corruption, and even shaping cultural moments. This isn't just about data. If it were, they'd take a similar approach to other apps that also collect data. It feels like TikTok is being targeted because it's harder to control. It's chaotic, unpredictable, and authentic in ways that challenge the polished media narratives we've been fed for decades. They're trying to silence something they can't regulate.
So then what do we do if it actually does get banned?
If TikTok does get banned, it'll be tough. But there are ways to adapt and keep the energy alive. The key is to remember that the magic of TikTok isn't just the app itself. It's the community, creativity, and rawness that people bring to it. Here's what you can do. 1. Shift platforms. Communities like TikToks don't disappear, they migrate. Platforms like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or even new emerging spaces will likely become the next playground. It won't be the same, but the energy can be carried forward if creators stay connected and intentional. 2. Diversify your presence. Start building your presence across other platforms now. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Even email lists or private spaces like Discord communities can help maintain that connection. 3. Keep creating. TikTok thrives because of its creators. Keep that spirit of raw creativity alive wherever you go. The magic comes from you, not just the app. 4. Stay connected. If this ban happens, it's also a reminder to strengthen bonds in the real world. Use what you've learned from TikTok to create IRL spaces, events, or movements that continue that collective energy. 5. Pay attention. Recognize why this is happening. It's about control. Stay critical of systems trying to suppress connection and creativity. And don't stop pushing for spaces where voices can be heard. At the end of...
Listen, whether she made it up, whether it's AI or it's not, whatever she did, it's true. Okay? All right? Whatever she do. If Charleston White can come out here and speak some truth, she can, whether she typed it up and had the person speak whatever she typed up, whatever. I don't care. It's true. Okay? Y'all be sitting on the internet listening to Charleston White, which I just think is crazy, ridiculous. So we can listen, but it's true. It's true. Like, y'all, the control is all up and through here. And I just can't believe people not seeing it for real. Like I said, for me, it was the pandemic, and it started with those vax. Okay. I can't actually say the name, but it started with the vax, and it started with me doing my own research. And then after I was researching, and then after they released the vax to the public, then they changed the information and they censored the information on Google. So now I don't trust Google. I don't trust Meta. I don't trust any of these tools that they give us access to because they're censoring it. So that means I can't get real information. I'm getting censored information that they want us to have. Doesn't it sound like we're in a film? Doesn't it sound like we're in some type of movie? Doesn't it sound like we're in a Black Mirror episode?
End of the day, TikTok might be a tool, but the essence of what it created, unfiltered, grassroots connection, lives in the people. That can't be banned.
Then another thing that I need to bring to your attention, because I have a responsibility. I put you on to ChatGPT, and I just got some bad news. Bad news is ChatGPT is ran in LA, and their chat is like a plant. Okay. So, and I'm like an electrical plant. And every time you send in a question, it hits this computer, which overheats, and they have to use gallons. And I'm saying like gallons of water, probably every minute on the minute, to keep it from overheating every time you send in a question. So that could be another reason why LA didn't have any water, or California didn't have any water, because it's not just LA, it's California. So AI has these plants, and in order to cool the system, because I don't know about y'all, I be using ChatGPT like a few times a day. So if millions of people are doing that, the system that we're sending our questions to is overloading, overheating. So they literally have to pour gallons of water by the hour, by the minute, probably on the cooling system, on the system, to cool it down so it doesn't overheat. And ChatGPT does not shut down. Y'all, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I know. I'm gonna tell you now, ChatGPT is not gonna be available that much longer. I believe that it's a tool that they're allowing us to get access to so they can study us. Yeah. And then they're going to take it away. All right. That's what they're going to do. I love me some ChatGPT, y'all. I do. I love me some ChatGPT. I do. But damn, at what cost though? Like, what cost? What cost though? Is that the reason why the LA or California didn't have any damn water? I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can't make these things up. I'm being so serious. I've created meal plans on ChatGPT, not to resell, for myself. And I told y'all to go on there, create your meal plan. Why you need to buy from me? Didn't know that was the situation. Let me see if I can find a video. No. Let me do ChatGPT. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because at this point, y'all, once TikTok go away, let me see. Is it this? Oh, here it is. Oh my God, y'all, this is a mess. 185,000 gallons. Y'all, this is terrible. This is terrible. And they have multiple plants in California. Hold on. Let me bring it up. No, y'all, you should not be looking forward to another lockdown. If you're looking forward to another lockdown, then you're looking forward to a crisis and not a good one. Y'all, listen, you need to learn economics because the last thing you should be rooting for is a lockdown. You want to avoid a lockdown. If you plan to have any type of future, you do not want another lockdown. Your entire life will be ruined. And I mean that. I'm not scaring you. I'm just being real. If there is another lockdown, your American dream, you can kiss that shit goodbye. All right. You should not be rooting for another lockdown. I'm sorry. We will be in a crisis. You will not have a retirement. You will not be a homeowner. Okay. The American dream would literally be dead. Seriously. So let's not speak that into existence. We need to be speaking some other stuff into existence.
Who was gonna tell me that ChatGPT used 185,000 gallons of water during its training alone?
Ooh,
not only that. Let's keep going. According to the study, a typical user's interaction with ChatGPT is equivalent to emptying out a sizable bottle of fresh water onto the ground. What that means is, and I researched this, you can look this up. ChatGPT can't use salt water, like, to run it, right? You know, why does ChatGPT use water? It's the data centers, how they're running this, you know, to get the interaction, to keep the equipment cool. They're using not just fresh water, pristine fresh water from, like, you know, springs and things like that. And we risk having a shortage in water supply because of this. So I guess everything is environmentally.
So is that why California didn't have any water? I don't know. I'm an open-minded type of girl. So y'all gonna have to let me know what you think it is. Because at this point, I don't know. But I didn't even know that this was even a thing. I had no idea.
Unstable or unfriendly, because that is a lot of water, and you're pouring a fresh bottle of Zephyr Hills on the floor every time you interact with ChatGPT. Who was gonna tell me this? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, my heart. So you know what I did? I bought a journal so that if I use ChatGPT, or I'm just gonna have to go back to paper and pen because I can't be a part of that. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? As we end this live and we come to the conclusion of this, it's very, very simple. So a lot of you think that, oh, there is no future. My future is gone. Da, da, da. No, your future is still available. It's still there, but you will not have it without sacrifice. All right. You're living through historical changes, babes. And if you look back in history, in order to see brighter days, it required real sacrifice. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm going to black out my Instagram. No, I'm talking about going without, cutting back. That's what I'm talking about. You know, things that some of our ancestors had to do, our grandparents had to do, great grandparents, our mothers' parents had to do. It's going to require sacrifice. Some of you are spoiled. Okay? Some of you are spoiled. You have never lived through historical changes to where you had to go through sacrifices in order for you to have a better future. This is what we are up against because the world is changing. That is a fact. So with the world changing, it requires us to also change with it, which will mean we will have to make sacrifices. And I'm sorry, it's going to be bigger than, oh, you can't get your latte this week at Starbucks. It's going to have to be bigger than that. I'm sorry. It's going to have to be. And I've been trying to tell y'all, like, ladies, closing the legs. We're doing good on the no kid thing because they're saying that American women cannot be governed. That's what they said. I was like, well, y'all, all I heard was American women cannot be controlled. American women cannot be controlled. Y'all, they can't get us in the sack. They can't get us in the sack and procreate to create more slave workers, labor slaves. We are the labor slaves. If we don't clock in and if we don't pay taxes, where do you think we're going to end up? Where do you think we're going? So they want us to get in the sack and make these kids so that we can make labor slaves for the ultra rich. That's what they want. They want us to get in the sack, y'all. And I'm sorry, I'm not getting in the sack. I'm not. Actually, I'm staying the hell away from the sack. The sack ain't where I need to be. The sack, I need to be far away from the damn sack because we got a fire going on in LA with no water. How the hell does that happen? Then there's a situation where on New Year's Eve, where the street that is supposed to be blocked off is not blocked off. I think America has enough issues. I don't even feel safe to have kids, honestly. The hell? You know, in nature, when the female species procreates, right, we have to feel safe. Okay? I mean, fertility issues are at an all-time high. Is it the stress? Is it stress? But you know who gets blamed? We get blamed. That's crazy. So no, I think staying away from the sack is best at this time. Having kids right now, that's just so ridiculous. Could you imagine? That's just so crazy. I don't even know. Well, like the reason why I'm hesitant about the whole kid thing is, what are we preparing our kids for? Because when I was being raised, my parents banked on a purpose that their parents gave them. But then my parents came back, the baby boomers, my parents came back and said, we were wrong. We thought the world was going to be this, but it's not. So we prepared you wrong. Now that's crazy. So now I can't pull from what my parents gave me to give to the next generation because I don't have anything to give them. Literally. Like, how do I even prepare them? How do I even properly educate them when you have predictions coming out saying by 2030, AI will be taking over certain jobs? So it's like, wait, just pump the brakes. Okay? Pump the damn brakes. What are we doing? 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 And that's why I feel like there was a chaos button that was pushed at the beginning of this year, and it's just been bullshit ever since. Okay, so I'm just putting this out here. I don't know what the truth is. All I know is something isn't right. And I'm interested in seeing what the comments have to say once this video is saved, because I'm interested in seeing what you think. What you think? Is it God? Is it Revelations? Is it just the year of the snake? Is it just year 9? We're just wrapping things up. Is it the age of Aquarius? Is it just astrology and just everything is going according to plan because everything is recycled? Is this truly the rise of the divine feminine? Do you think the LA fires was just this spiritual cleanse that needed to take place in the city of the fallen angels? I don't know. Also, do you think that the incidences between New Orleans and LA, is there a connection? Do we talk about the weird fog? The fog that was very mysterious that went over the entire United States right before the fires and the blizzard. Let me know. Y'all, this is when I knew some weird shit was going on, because I'm from Kansas City, right? So I'm logging into Facebook and I'm seeing videos of people literally sliding all over the highway. Now, if you're from the Midwest, we know how to drive on the snow. Okay? No shade to the Southerners. You're just not familiar with it, but we are. So when I was logging into Facebook and I was seeing my people slide all over the damn road, I said, damn, that ain't normal. That ain't normal. That ain't normal. That was the worst I've ever seen my city when it comes to snow. So I don't know. There's just a lot of weird things going on. So I'm interested in seeing what you come up with in the comment section. Oh, the drones. I forgot the drones. You know, it's just so much going on. So I don't know. You let me know what you think. There's just so many things going on. But like I said, do you think this was a cover up for the P. Diddy situation? I mean, at this point, y'all, do you think it was climate change? Let me know what you think. I think I gave you what I think, which, like I said, I'm open-minded. I could really go, a lot of different ways. But I'm interested in seeing what your mind comes up with. What do you think what is this all about? Is God trying to get our attention? God got my attention. God been done had my attention. So I don't know. God had my attention at 19. So I'm just trying to figure out like what is really tea and what is really going on, because none of this stuff makes any sense. And when things don't make sense, manipulation, that means trickery. Okay? Trickery is at work. And when trickery is at work, that means deceitfulness is around the corner, because that's how it works. So when things don't make sense, trickery, deceit, someone's not telling us the truth, and we should have a full picture on what's going on, and we don't. Did you see the video? Let me see if I can find it, of the mayor in New Orleans. Tell the American people the truth. What was that about? That was some eerie shit too. I'm just like, before they take TikTok, let me see if I can find it, where the man said it. And then y'all let me know, because I think I put everything in here. Oh, I forgot about the Las Vegas incident. Forgot about that. So much going on. I can't keep up with all of this. It's just chaos. Oh, here it is. I think this is him. Okay, yeah. Senate, John Kennedy. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, damn. I can't even play it. Hold on, let me save it. Let me pull it up on TikTok. Is that it? And then he said that right after this whole thing. That's why I'm like, what is going on? So that's another suspicious thing to me too. But let me pull it up so you can see what I'm talking about, because I want y'all to have all the information. Seriously, because I really want to see what y'all come up with.
I want to ask from the federal government, catch these people. Catch these people. And then tell the American people the truth. Now, I don't want you to tell us yet anything that's going to interfere with your investigation. And there's things that I've been told that I think are true that I'm not sharing with you today, because it could interfere with their investigation. But after we get to the bottom of this, they need to tell the American people the truth, and the people of New Orleans the truth, and the people of America the truth. I think the mayor and the governor are very wise to postpone this ball game for 24 hours. There's just too much stuff we don't know, and it's just not worth it. But I guess my final point is, I will promise you this: I will, when it is appropriate and this investigation is complete, you will find out what happened and who was responsible, or I will raise fresh hell. And I will chase those in the federal government who are responsible for telling us what happened, like they stole Christmas. Here's what I want to ask from the federal government.
Is it John Kennedy or John Kinney? I think it's John Kinney, y'all. I think it's John Kinney, but I'm not really sure. No, it's Kennedy. It's Kennedy. Okay. No, I was right. Okay. Y'all, I don't, at this point, I don't freaking know. Like, I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. I feel like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror or something like that. I have no idea. But you know what? I'm not the cuckoo crazy cat lady. Like, I'm not the cuckoo crazy cat lady. Like, something is not right. And that was right after the New Orleans incident. And then after the New Orleans incident, then it was the LA fires. And now they're doing the ICE checkpoints, which is very strange. Y'all, just let me know what you think, because it's better to have 100 brains thinking critically on a situation than to just have one. So let me know what you come up with. Let me know if there's anything that you could truly add to the conversation, because I need the critical thinkers to get in their critical bag and figure this out, because at this point, I don't know. I honestly don't even know what to tell people. I don't know what to tell people. All I'm going to say is, if you are out here walking around looking at your phone and looking down at your phone, put the phone away. When you're in public, don't be walking around with your phone. Put the phone away. Take out the ear pieces, okay? The earbuds. Take them out. You need to be alert. You need to know what's going on in your surroundings, okay? All right. And then Cat Williams was supposed to do a second interview with Shannon Sharpe, I thought, but he never did. But then, y'all, there's a conspiracy theorist about Cat Williams. They saying that he is a paid opposition, meaning that he gets paid, but he's still under the same people. Now, I will say this. I do think it's weird that after he did that interview, he was on GQ magazine. Do you want me to pull it up? I mean, we have time. Let me pull it up so I can show you what I'm talking about. Because I was like, nah, not Cat Williams. But at this point, we don't know nobody. We don't know. Did y'all see it? I saw it. What is it called? Let me see if I can find it. I just watched it not that long ago. And I was like, is it called, y'all, what's my favorite YouTube channel? Is it called Truth Is? Or The Truth? I forget what it's called. Is it called Truth? Gosh, they're shadow banned. So like anytime I try to put them in here, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, The Truth Is. It's crazy how they're shadow banned. Okay, let me play it so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's called Truth Is. I was like, no.
At the beginning of the year, Cat Williams went on the Shannon Sharpe podcast and unleashed on the entirety of Hollywood. He called out big names for selling their souls and broke the internet. It's now about to be a full year since this viral podcast was released, and a lot of what Cat Williams said seems to have been proven true, as Hollywood has been flipped upside down and all its lies were revealed. Cat said that 2024 will be the year of the truth, but with all the truth he said about others, it looks like he hasn't been telling the truth about himself. Cat Williams attacked Hollywood, and when celebrities do that, they tend to lose everything. But the opposite happened for Cat Williams. Since Cat spoke out so openly, you would expect his career to pay a price, or worse, they would have come for him. But since he quote-unquote exposed Hollywood, he only seems to have gotten bigger and bigger. Now, after GQ named Cat Williams Man of the Year, claiming that he opened the portal, I have started to wonder, what side is Cat Williams really on? Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be investigating Cat Williams to see if he's playing both sides. But before we begin, I just wanted to ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe so we can get this video seen by everyone that needs to see it. Thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. At the beginning of the year, Cat Williams did a great job at shaking up the industry. He called people industry plants and said celebrities' number one job was to pretend like they didn't sell their souls. He also told people that when it comes to P. Diddy, you gotta tell him no. Something the world has come to fully learn this year with all the Diddy lawsuits and accusations. Cat Williams' podcast with Shannon Sharpe did over 80 million views, and that's just on YouTube. This means that at least 80 million people witnessed Cat Williams call out the industry for what it really is, a bunch of sellouts. After this, I was expecting Cat Williams to retire or fall back from Hollywood, as he didn't seem scared about talking out. We all know what happens to those who speak out against the industry. They lose everything and some of them stop existing. With how Cat Williams was talking, It seemed like he had a plan. It appeared like he was ready for war. But if you paid any attention to Cat Williams this year, he seems to have had the opposite outcome. His popularity only got bigger. He only got more industry support, and he even ended up getting another Netflix special. Now, to me, that didn't make any sense whatsoever, as Cat Williams seemed to be going against the industry, right? Or so I thought. Now I'm left with the question, what side is Cat Williams really on? Is he playing everyone? Is he truly against the industry? Or is he just controlled opposition? See, Cat Williams seems to have had issues with Hollywood several times throughout his career. Back in the 2000s, he seemed to get himself in issues with Hollywood after he joked about the strange industry mansion parties. Parties that we now know are called freak-offs. Cat, during the middle of his comedy special, The Pimp Chronicles, started poking fun at what he claims he saw at these mansion parties, claiming he was seeing men kissing and a bunch of other strange behavior.
It's a separate party in little rooms. I ain't been famous that got long. I'm excited that I'm not gonna be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the rooms and you round and look in the wrong room and come here. Is that just kissing?
After Cat Williams said this during his stand-up show, it seemed like he made himself a target. He began getting frequently arrested and almost seemed to be getting blackballed. This is something that Cat spoke about himself in 2013. Back in 2013, he gave this interview where he seems to suggest that he was against the Illuminati. He was quoted saying that when you're against the Illuminati, you get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them and nobody likes them.
Illuminati. We are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, the press hates them and nobody likes them. End quote. It's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest as we intend to get stung a million times. I didn't understand that. They had
That's coming from the horse's mouth.
to sting me a million times. I'm still not going to join. But
Now, I agree with Cat Williams here. When people choose to go against the establishment, they get punished. They not only lose everything, but they become a target of the press. Just like Cat suggested. The only thing is that this hasn't happened to Cat Williams. At the beginning, it might have seemed like it was, but as time went on, Cat was still being cast for movies in Hollywood and getting comedy specials worth millions. For example, Cat Williams gave this interview claiming he's against the Illuminati while doing a movie for the very people he was calling out. This interview was being done as press for his role in the movie Scary Movie 5. Now, just by looking it up, you will find out which studio produced the movie Scary Movie 5. It was no other than the Weinstein Company, owned by no other than Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein is definitely one of those elite men in Hollywood who was a part of the cabal that runs the industry. While Cat was talking about being against the quote-unquote Illuminati, he was clearly working for them, making movies for them and getting paid by them. What's kind of ironic is that Cat Williams called out Harvey Weinstein during a Shannon Sharpe interview, but had no issues working with him in the past. That's a major red flag to me, and it starts to reveal some inconsistencies. Even like he claimed in his first special when he was talking about the industry parties. By him saying what he saw at the parties, he admitted that he was invited and attended them. He was there to witness that behavior himself. If Cat was truly against the industry like he claimed back in 2013, he wouldn't be where he is today. This is something I overlooked before because he did seem like an enemy of the industry, as he was constantly in the headlines for negative reasons, and it did seem like the press hated him for a while. Now, fast forward to 2024 when he decided to call out so many names in Hollywood and again, quote unquote, expose the industry, we haven't seen anything like that happen to him. Cat said that those who are against the industry get punched in the face and the press hates them. Yet, Cat got 80 million views exposing the industry, and the press seems to love him more than ever. GQ labeled Cat Williams the Man of the Year for exposing Hollywood, which makes zero sense. If the industry is supposed to be against you for calling them out, why in the world are they praising you, calling you the Man of the Year? We all know GQ is a part of the system. This GQ magazine is what made me second guess everything and look deeper into Cat Williams, as they called Cat Williams the man who opened the portal. What in the occult did they mean by this? The photos for the GQ article also seem rather suspicious, as Cat Williams is dressed in cloaks and posing strange.
Wait a minute, y'all. It's too much. I know. When I was watching this, I was like, God damn it. Let's continue. Like, I did not know this was his GQ spread. Even the spread is weird. It's weird.
strangely like the very people who are occultists. Not only did Cat Williams get named Man of the Year by GQ, but he also got a Netflix special. I decided to check out the special to see what he's talking about, and he's literally in the special mocking people who believe he was against the Illuminati. He tells a joke about in his spare time he infiltrates the Illuminati, steals their secrets, and tells us. He said this in a mocking tone, clearly suggesting that he's joking. We gotta be honest here. If Cat was truly against the Illuminati, there wouldn't be any Netflix specials. He wouldn't be called GQ's Man of the Year. That's contradicting in itself. It's the same with what happened in 2013 when he claimed he was against the Illuminati while doing press for a movie made by the Illuminati. The man has been in several Hollywood films since as well. If he was against the industry, this wouldn't be happening. Cat Williams even told us during his Shannon Sharpe interview that the Illuminati offered him and Ludacris a deal, claiming that the Illuminati proposed a deal to both of them, stating that whoever was going to cut their hair will get $200 million, referring to the Fast and the Furious movie roles. You have to pay attention to what he was saying and how he was saying it. In order for the Illuminati to offer you a deal, you gotta be down with them in the first place. They're not gonna offer anything to someone who is quote-unquote exposing them. Cat Williams is telling us he's a part of the club by saying this. Understand this. If Cat Williams was exposing things the elite don't want out there, this interview wouldn't have come out. And it definitely would have not gotten 80 million views. YouTube censors pretty much every video I drop. At this point, it's only really shown to the people who have been subscribed to me. Most of the time, my videos aren't even getting shown to all of those that are subscribed. They do this because they don't want to expose my platform to others. The only reason I have gotten this many subs to begin with is due to other creators reacting to my content.
And I also want to add that when the situation with Jay-Z broke out, they were censoring our videos, by the way. They were censoring our videos. I thought we had freedom of speech. They were flagging our videos and demonetizing our videos. So I don't know who's responsible for that, but okay.
For example, the interview I did with Jonathan Hay was taken by a smaller YouTube channel and reposted without my permission. Now, I'm not upset about this because many other creators do the same thing, but the interview on my channel did only 100K, while my same interview on that channel did over 900,000. To make matters worse, the YouTube channel who reposted my video had a lot less subscribers than me, way less than 100K. The reason this happened is because I've been shadow banned. YouTube doesn't like what I talk about. That's why videos get blocked for no reason and so on and so on. I'm not complaining about it. I have been dealing with this for a long time. I know it comes with what I do, and I'm okay with it. But I say this to prove my point. YouTube wouldn't have pushed Cat Williams' content if it was truly exposing anything. It would have been shadow banned, and no massive platform would have been talking about it. Every major news station was talking about that Cat Williams interview. Remember, Cat Williams said the press wouldn't be talking about you, but they were definitely talking.
No, y'all, like as a content creator who sees the behind the scenes stuff, right? Like this is corporate now. Like we can't just come on here and just say whatever we want to say. It's corporate now. There's certain words we can't say, certain things we can't use, certain topics we can't talk about. Like you're being censored. We're all being censored, whether you acknowledge that or not. Like we're all being censored, which was the only platform that wasn't being censored was TikTok. So now we're moving into this space where we're about to go back to everything literally being censored, everything being censored. The stuff that they don't want us to have access to, they make sure that we don't have access to that. So no, he's not lying. Like he's telling the truth. You can say he being salty, that's cool, but like all of us content creators are dealing with the same thing. He wasn't the only one. Like my 2 videos that I did regarding Jay-Z, they both got flagged. I be protecting my shit. I'm not going to tell you how I do it, but they got reinstated after the fact. But I just thought it was so interesting how when I posted them after I saved the lives, they instantly got flagged. And it was because Jay-Z was in the title. Jay-Z was in the thumbnail. So it is interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. And I think the timing is interesting as well. But I don't know. Oh, you're saying that the water was cut off? That actually makes more sense than what they told the people in Richmond. I know, right? Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, he's about to break that down too. Let's get into the jewelry that Cat Williams is wearing. This one here around his neck.
Talking about him. Now let's get into some of the questionable symbolism that Cat has been using. The first thing we need.
And I just want to point out, after Carisha and her little stuff that she pulled on her little podcast, they're really big on symbolisms. Like when they're doing certain things, they're really big on symbolisms. Like it's almost like they're sending messages through the things that they do, but they have to wear things. Very interesting, whether it's jewelry around their neck and things like that. So we'll see.
Need to talk about is Cat Williams' new woke folk chain. Since he showed up with this chain on the Shannon Sharpe interview, people have had questions about it. A lot of people have been linking this chain to the Freemasons. Now, I know a good amount about the Freemasons because I've been exposing them for years. The only thing is, I didn't initially see this as a Masonic symbol. I didn't know of any Masonic symbol that looked like this or said folk woke, but I did notice the chain was a compass. If you know anything about the Freemasons, you will know their main symbol is a Masonic square and compasses, but it doesn't necessarily look like his chain. Cat Williams actually told us exactly what this symbol really is. According to Cat Williams, this symbol is connected to the Anunnaki. On the Joe Rogan podcast, he claimed that the symbol was an Anunnaki timekeeping compass that the Anunnaki would wear on their wrists. Now, I can't play the video here because it would get copyright claimed and blocked, but you can go watch it on the Joe Rogan platform. This is another massive red flag. Why is Cat Williams wearing symbols related to the Anunnaki theory?
Which I think I already told y'all that was the interview that you needed to watch more than the Shannon Sharpe interview. The Shannon Sharpe interview is actually watered down. Okay, but let's continue.
Which is an occult theory to explain how our world was created. The story of the Anunnaki is about an alien species that came down and created the modern humans to be slaves for them. It goes completely against the Christian beliefs and is lumped in with other New Age occult theories. A person who pushes this theory a lot is Billy Carson, and he was recently exposed for being a fraud. On top of this, Cat Williams has photos showing his Masonic alliance with the one-eye symbolism.
Ooh.
In this photo, not only is Cat Williams doing the one-eye symbolism, but he's also throwing up the 666 hand gesture. In this photo, he's doing the one-eye symbolism again, hiding one of his eyes on the chair he's sitting on. These are pictures he took on purpose to show his alliance. The one-eye symbolism is directly tied to the god Horus and the Freemasons. The Freemasons are the real Illuminati, and I've exposed this several times. The Masons are the ones really running the show. On top of this, Cat Williams tattooed an owl on his chin. The owl is another occult symbol. It is actually the symbol of the Illuminati, and it's the mascot of the Bohemian Grove. The Bohemian Grove is an elite retreat that hosts only the most powerful men in the world yearly. They host a cremation of care ritual where they perform a mock sacrifice ritual. They perform this mock ritual to this giant owl statue. The same owl symbol Drake uses for his record label, and Cat Williams got tattooed on his chin. I used to think Cat Williams was forced to be against the industry. I used to think that the reason he hadn't been taken out was because, like he said, he has paid for industry secrets and was using it as leverage. Maybe he did buy secrets, but I'm pretty sure he's a part of that club. I have to admit, I was wrong when it came to him. He's just like Kanye, controlled opposition, put in place by the enemy to misguide, to play the other side that they can control. It's like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They're two opposition brands that are controlled by the same billionaire investors. They allow the competition to exist to provide the illusion of choice, but they own the competition. Cat Williams is being used for the same reason, so it could seem that some celebrities are against the Illuminati. Those who run our world want to control not only the puppets pushing the agenda, but those speaking out against it. This way, they control it all. There are many controlled oppositions out there nowadays, and they're easy to spot. They were
like, what the hell is that, y'all? Like, what is this? Like, what is he wearing? This was his GQ spread. I never saw it. I never saw it until now, and I'm like, what the hell is that? The hell? Like, who's like, oh yeah, like, let me wear this for GQ mag. Like, let me look like, y'all, it don't make sense. Like, it don't. Y'all not about to gaslight me. Like, what the hell he got on? Looking like the black KKK or something. I don't get it. What is that? What is the hat? What is this cape bullshit? What the hell? Some ain't right. Some ain't right. That's why I didn't want to believe this either. I didn't want to believe it either. But I'm like, we can't be naive.
They were in Hollywood, and then out of nowhere, they start pretending that they're not. Like Russell Brand, for example. These guys are all controlled opposition. People like me who have been exposing the industry since the beginning are always suppressed. People tell me all the time that they were either unsubbed from the channel or haven't been shown my videos in months, to the point where they think I stopped posting. I post videos literally every single day. That's what happens though when you dedicate your channel to exposing the truth. Channels that expose the truth don't get 80 million views. They don't have long Hollywood careers and Netflix specials, and they don't get invited to platforms like Piers Morgan. Those are people who work for the industry. One thing is for sure, Cat Williams is controlled opposition. I want to know what you guys think below. Well,
yeah, what the hell is he wearing? I'm sorry. Like, this was his GQ spread. Yeah. Like, where's the nice suits? Like, if he wanted to tap into his culture, where are the nice, like, African garments and stuff? Like, what the hell is that? What the hell is he wearing? That's how I was like, y'all, no, some ain't right. I've never seen these photos before. I did not know that this was his GQ spread. I had no idea. I'm just like, y'all, this is crazy.
I'm gonna end this one here. But before you guys go, I would like to kindly ask you to subscribe.
That's crazy. I'll make sure to leave the video down. Y'all let me know what you think, y'all. What y'all think? Because some in that milk ain't clean either. I don't know what that... It's definitely giving like Warlock, right? Y'all, we in some weird ass times. It's like they just doing it in our faces. And before, it's just so crazy. Like, we didn't really see it. We didn't really notice it. But damn, it's like every time I turn around, it's something else. I'm like, damn. So what y'all think? Do y'all think he owned the money with that? I don't know. The symbolisms got me convinced. That's why I didn't want to believe it either. I'm just being honest with you. I was like, nah, not Cat Williams. Come on now, stop playing. But then when he started bringing up the symbolisms, I'm like, wait a minute, that looks cultish. That's crazy. What is he wearing? Why does he have on this cape with the hood? I'm not understanding. So yeah. Oh, did y'all hear? Did you hear about Allie Carter? Girl, we gonna be here all night. Did you hear about Allie Carter? Girl, her mama exposed her. Oh, she brought out the receipts too. She dug out her photo albums of when Allie, Tori is her real name. Y'all, I swear, y'all know I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. All right. I was shook too. I was like, girl, excuse me. Let me show you. It's gonna blow your mind. Hold on, no. It's not that one. Let me show you, because this was insane. Oh yeah, her biological mother ended up exposing her. I'm gonna leave the link to the full video, but I just want to post the receipt so you can see I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. All right, I couldn't believe this. Oh wait, did I pull it up? Oh wait, I didn't even pull it up yet. Hold on, wait a minute. I could not believe this. You know, she dusted out the photo albums and everything. I couldn't believe it. And it was her mother. Okay, make sure y'all check out the YouTuber Kulu. He's always like, yeah, breaking stuff down. Hold on. But this was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
This is Tori at 12 years old. This is a weekend with her father on her birthday. She was 11, 12 years old.
Y'all, Tori is Allie. Okay? Allie Carter. Okay, she was the girl, like everyone is talking about her on TikTok right now, saying that, oh, she told us about these fires that were going to happen before they actually happened. And everyone is saying that, oh, because she was the girl that came online and said that Jay-Z and like all of these celebrities had human trafficked her and everything like that. and she was a child at the time when all of this was happening. And then here her mother is showing her childhood. She was not human trafficking. She made up the whole thing. And her mother, her real name is Tori Outlaw. That's her real name. She has other siblings and everything like that. You actually need to look into this situation because it's really crazy. Mental illness is at an all-time high, and people are coming online saying the most craziest things. So let's play this though, because I know she and Jaguar had the internet in a chokehold, and unfortunately, they're being exposed. Allie Carter, Tori, okay? She was the girl that was going around on social media. She was exposing Hollywood and celebrities and things like that. Come to find out, she actually ran away from home. Let's pull it up here.
This is Tori in 5th grade, me and Tori.
Oh wow. Yeah, I can see from right here. Yeah.
You see her?
Yeah.
This is me and Tori. Does she look human trafficked and raped and beaten and all that crazy shit? I'm gonna drop the phone. Okay. Look, this is me and Tori. She was like 12 years old right here.
Oh wow. 12. Wow. So what's that room? Because that room look nice. I see a computer.
That's my bedroom. That's my work area, and this is my bedroom. Since I'm on welfare, Section 8, all that old crazy SSI, all that old crazy shit. This is my work area right here. Okay. Okay. I'm a single parent. This is Tori and her father on a weekend.
Okay, so y'all see the photos, right? Y'all see the photos. Kulu's not making this up.
Listen, we don't know, and that's the thing. For you to deny something or for you to even believe something, right? You need to get the information first. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave a link to this video so you can get the information before you say somebody's lying, somebody's not telling the truth. Because the reality is, let's stay in the reality, right? The reality is we don't know these people. We don't know who's telling the truth. We don't. So we have to go according to what was said, what has been told, and what is available. What information is out here? Because do you think it's important? Yeah, I do. I do. I think it's important because would you want somebody coming online saying that they did something to you or you did something to them and you didn't do it and they made up this elaborate story? We got to stop that. We have to make sure that we are truly for the truth and integrity. And you can't if you're more entertained by a lie. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm gonna say this because I already done watched the video. I don't know. You know, after the photos that I've seen, some ain't adding up. Some's not adding up. That's all I'm gonna say. Is she another paid opposition? Who knows? We don't know these people. We don't know. This could all be a play, and we just are being preyed on. We don't know. We have no idea. And then you got to start questioning people that are like saying that they were a part of the industry or they knew this person in the industry or they were close to these people in the industry and they're all of a sudden speaking out and they're saying this and saying that. Like, you're gonna have to start questioning it, not saying that you shouldn't believe people, but things do need to make sense. And unfortunately, the story that Allie, aka Tori, originally told is not lining up with the evidence that her mother is out here putting out on the internet. I saw her mother's video, and I'm not gonna lie. When I saw her mother's video on TikTok, I was like, But then her mother came forward with the photos, and I'm like, well, shit, girl, you need to explain this. Like, how are you photographed here? How are you photographed here? How are you photographed here? Like, what's going on? So I don't know. I think you need to investigate before you come up with a conclusion of yours. You have to have all the information, and then at that point, you can come up with a reason or you can come up with your own conclusion at that point. But I think you should check out this video and some other videos that are out here that are exposing this lady for potentially lying about her human trafficking story. And y'all know that is so real. Human trafficking is very real. There are real victims out here. And if it is true, which is really looking like it's true that she did lie and she made up the story, her foster mother, Shelly, it seems like maybe she was the one that was out here human trafficking her, possibly, who knows, but it wasn't her actual biological mother, based off of what I've seen. But I'm not 100% certain, because again, I don't know these people. You know, people come online, they lie, they make up elaborate stories. And to be honest, is her mother lying or is she lying? Is her adopted mother lying? Who freaking knows? Only they really know the truth. So I think we should just look into situations, and we got to start questioning things, because people are taking serious situations and scenarios, and they're coming online and they're getting people all riled up, and we think that they're speaking the truth and we're wanting to believe them, and then later come to find out that they're not telling us everything, or they're not telling us the full story, or they have manipulated the truth. So that there's a lot of that going on. So be careful, because people are playing with your emotions. They're getting you emotionally invested, emotionally riled up, and then just to potentially be lying to you. So it's just something that you would want to look into. I'll make sure to save the video after I save this live so that you can check it out for yourself and let me know what you think. So that's all that I have regarding this video. Please give the video a thumbs up, and I hope to catch you in my next one.